that's fine. Shawarma doesn't exist in the valley, so you might have to go for a bit of a hike. All right. So before we do,
we're using the rock.
Before we do, I mean, I don't know if Dwayne Johnson likes shawarma, but anyway.
Did you not see the Nick Cage gif?
No. So anyway, before we do the recap, the rock cannot carry all of you. As large as it is a bird, and it does not have any form of saddlery or seating arrangements. If you try to fit all of you on, all of you could potentially fall.
That's probably a bad plan.
Probably a bad plan. I'm going to let 3 of you ride it safely, so therefore there will be no rolls necessary. The more people you try and get onto the back of the rock, the more of an issue you will have with it.
No, just send Hypatia then, and I don't know, other people who want to return to town.
Well, I guess Sean has to go because he's the boss of the rock.
Yep, that makes sense. Good call. Good call. That is a good plan.
You don't send Sean, and 1 minute after the rock leaves, you see it eating Hypatia.
Yeah, I know. I was like, why does Sean have to go? I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. You make a good point. Hypatia, Minerva's like, well, why does Sean have to go?
Rock hungry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So one more.
That's the safe one. Yeah.
One more could travel with it. One more can travel safely. So you can have 3 travel with it safely because it can hold the Titan's torso in its talons.
I don't know. I feel like we should probably just send it with 2 people, and then I don't know, if necessary, it can carry an extra person back with you. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's like. Lashinara wants to come visit us or something, and it should just have a spare seat open. Anybody could turn up. Anybody could want to get on that rock. I'm just saying.
So maybe a halfling might want to come and join.
Yeah, maybe a halfling. That's right. Willowbrod will want to come talk to us.
So it will take you. I did a quick calculation the other day. It will take you about up here somewhere, traveling as the rock flies. It'll take the rock about 4 hours to get to Summerton.
All right.
You have it for a day, but again, only a couple of people can ride it safely. You can all try.
Nah.
The real question there is, if we overload it, does everyone have to make a save, or only the people sitting on the back?
No, everybody does.
Then no. The rock will not accept other people.
Because you'll all be jostling each other for position. None of you are, lightweights in the fact that, well, some of you are, but you've got arms and armor, etc., which is not designed for being on the back of a large bird of prey.
Dawn fails his saving throw, and then the rock eats everything else on.
And it would be a bad day for Team Discovery Channel. A great day for the rock.
Yeah, but I figure we send you 2 back to town. You spend like an hour in town setting everything up. Then you come back to us. That's like 9 hours of the time used up. We, by that stage, because we can still do stuff in that 4 hours. I guess we head
back to town
towards the road or something. You can
Question, Grail.
Yes.
Is the issue the weight, or is the issue us sitting on the back? Or is it both?
It's a combination of both. So, as I mentioned, it doesn't have any form of saddlery. It doesn't have seating. You will be having to hold on for dear life onto its feathers. It is not designed, body shape-wise, for having a rider. Its wings are going to make its shoulders and its back move, etc. as it flaps them, and the more people that will be on there, the more will be jostling to be in a safe position. I mean, holding on for dear life for 4 hours on the back of a giant predatory bird is going to take some. sheer effort of will and stamina. But as I mentioned, a couple of you could get prime positions and not have to worry about it. But as you start to pack more and more on board, those prime positions are going to be much harder to come by, and you'll start getting in each other's ways.
Are you thinking something like a cargo net?
Yeah, I was asking, do we have any like balloon baskets? Essentially, can we hook up something to the talons on the bottom?
It just seems
rather than being on the back.
Look around you. Can you form some kind of rudimentary lathe?
We do have a wagon, and we could try like setting up a rope thingy for it. We could all then get on the wagon, and it could carry the wagon. But like, it's not trained to carry a wagon. We just got to trust that it doesn't let go of the wagon, and then I don't know. It seems kind of risky.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, we're making a lot of crinkly noises.
I was eating a donut from a bag.
Yep, that'll do it.
He's channeling his inner Craig.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I agree with you. There's certainly potential that we could all get into a wagon and have it carry the wagon and stuff, but it's probably going to be some risk, right? Mm-hmm. Just getting into the air with this thing probably has some risk involved.
Yes. Well, to a point. So this is going to be a discovery that the group make as you are all starting to try and pile onto its back, and you start realizing, hey, I want to hold on to that, but I've got to hold on to that. Well, hang on a second. If you're holding on to that, where am I going to hold? You can hold on to those feathers over there, but those feathers over there have a 30-degree angle down, and that's where it's, its wing muscles are going to shift things around.
That's right. It's going to move.
Yep.
Krubs wasn't planning to get on because he doesn't like to drink and drive.
It's fair. You could, if you wanted to,
driving.
Given that it's an 8-hour round trip, you could, for how many of you? There's 6 of you at the moment because of Zhang's unfortunate demise. You could have the rock 4, drop 2, go back, pick up 2, so it's 8, 12. It could easily taxi all of you to Sumberton.
Yeah. It is Sumberton where we want to go. That's the question. Because it could probably
originally.
It could also probably taxi us to like Riverbend.
We've got to go to Summerton to drop off the heart.
Yeah, I understand that, but we could go to Sumberton, then we could have it drop people at Riverbend, come collect us, and bring us to Riverbend. Although that would still take quite a bit of time.
What do we want to do at Riverbend?
Kill a serpent.
Oh, kill Ellen. Oh yeah, or
why is Shank shooting
That's
guns?
a great point. You don't need us. You don't need us on the rock. Really, I mean, Sean and Hypatia could go hunt the river serpent. Maybe pick up, like, I don't know, some kind of guide or tracker in Sumberton that could help you, like, hunt down a river serpent. That probably makes sense. And then, after you guys have killed the river serpent, you come get us. And if you don't, we're like on our way back to Sumberton anyway. But that way we don't waste the rock at least. We search for or Sean searches for the river serpent. That's probably a really good thing for the valley. Like if the river serpent's still a problem.
On that note, Grail, is the river serpent still a thing? Because you didn't mention it when the other party was looking at for jobs and stuff.
It wasn't on the board, but
it was a job from Lord Castellan the Junior.
But yeah, I haven't heard anything about it either. So.
Yeah, but it was also ages ago. I'm pretty sure they would have sorted that out.
Maybe.
You haven't heard anything about it. Something that big and dangerous, probably at the very least created some local hero if they killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, find out about it in Sumberton if they... Yeah. Otherwise, maybe we relocate to Riverbend and go after Ellen.
Poor King Ellen.
Yeah. King Ellen needs to be dethroned.
Kaylee said that there's a TPK incoming if you go after her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on.
Ellen's party gets TPK. Damn it.
What's fired? That's 2 rounds to reload.
Yep. I don't know. What do other people want to go after? I mean, it's your rock, Sean. Like, what does Sean think that the bird should do?
Well, take this heart to Summerton, because that's the whole point behind summoning it.
Okay, fine. You go do that, and then decide what you're doing when you're there, and we'll just start heading back.
All right. At that point, does anyone want to do the recap, which will be really short, and it'll be like, that happened. But for completeness, someone probably should. Also, I need to delete Zheng from the side panel.
The live party.
That's right. We headed out after the Titan that was up near Krokar.
Because it was required ingredients for the cure.
Yep, but there was also a quest. So, hey, bonus.
Win-win.
And there's a bounty on Titan heads, so bonus, bonus, bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we went up there. We managed to find it. There was a battle. Zhang died. It was tragic. He didn't just die. He got squished. He turned into Zhang
Fine
Zhang.
mist.
And we hired a dwarf to cut a heart out of the Titan surgically, which he did. And then we summoned a rock that could definitely have just carried the Titan. And by we, I mean Sean summoned a rock with a token that he had somewhere. Somehow everybody was like, what the fuck? And yeah, that's where we are.
Yep, Zheng Pate.
Yep.
In hindsight, I probably should have summoned the rock and just had the rock eat the Titan from the get-go. But hey.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, Big Bird can't come through that doorway, but sure.
Okay, yes, that's pretty much it. So you have the rock, and Hypatia and Sean, at the least, will be transporting the heart via the
Heart in the head back.
Yep, via the rock
Excuse me?
back to Summerton. Yep.
Doesn't Aaron get like 2 XP for that?
He will get XP when I record XP.
Ah,
But since it wasn't a long-winded, in-depth, complex recap, as we have had a few in the past, it doesn't warrant a blessing.
Aw.
Just XP.
I mean, if you really want to, you can go over the 2 hours we spent discussing about all our characters and what we were doing and who we were taking. But I feel like that would waste time.
Possibly.
Did we just like dig a little hole where Zheng was as a burial?
He was already in a hole.
yeah, that's true.
He wasn't just in the hole, though.
No, we pushed the remains.
He was more lining the hole.
We pushed the red stuff that's not in the hole into the hole.
Yep.
I mean, you would have needed a small cup or something to spend a while doing that.
Okay.
I swear we're nicer in real life. Hey, you're okay sometimes.
All right, so is it only Hypatia, and Sean that will be going back to Summerton?
I mean, do we want to bring back the
Unless anybody else wants to go.
Proves he's good. How long are you going to be in Summerton for?
Hopefully not too long. If we are going to take that log, we'll send. I'll stay there and deal and finish the business with Euthra.
Well,
And
how
Sean
much?
can come back and collect other people.
Proves is happy to go and look after Hypatia for the given value of the Sly Wink.
Make sure that there's a drink wait for her.
Yes,
And
though
make sure the drinks are okay.
concerned that the rest of the party might die if that happened.
I mean, that's always a risk.
I feel like if it's going to be 2, just have 2. Like,
Yep.
I don't think you need it. I think
That's fine.
more people in the party that doesn't have the giant bird in it is the right call.
Yep.
Note to
I
self.
mean, worst case,
on my
we find someone who's interested in the other bits, and we can bring him back.
Yep, cool. Off you go. Bye.
lenses on my didn't let me get beer list.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. We'll get you a takeaway.
So there, just before we go, there's a reward for the head, and we're selling the corpse to the taxidermist guy.
Yep.
He wants it, so he might want to. Well, actually, we got no. If we can carry the corpse and what's left of the thing and the torso.
Yeah.
Yeah, we carry it all back, but we'll leave we might leave the bits we don't need for the ingredients back at just outside city limits, and we'll bring him out. Because I wouldn't want to want to dispose of that.
Sure.
Also, not sure there are many places to actually put it.
In Summerton,
Yeah,
on the street, out the front of the
I'm sure they'd love that. That would go down so well.
front of the taxidermist shop.
I mean, that would be hilarious. I think.
As a new art installation.
Yep. Just park your giant bird outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Charge children for rides.
Well, is there anything else that needs to be, or like party loot that has to be sold?
No.
Not immediately.
Yeah. That's disappointing.
I know, right? I'm not doing my job clearly.
I mean, it was a Titan. It didn't carry loot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, unless it's got something in his prison wallet. I'm not really. I'll leave that to the taxidermist to find out.
Ugh.
Okay, well, we'll just fly there. Am I coming back to pick you guys up? Was that the plan?
Well, yeah, that's the question. Like, what do we actually want to do?
Okay, I vote serpent.
If it's still a threat.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask around about it when we're in Summerton, getting rid of the Titan.
Yes,
Our job
Sean
is
can do
easy
that
as
while I
party.
do that.
We're slowly heading back towards town.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go buy a pro car and pick up our reward. Woo.
Cool. All right, we shall. I think we're sufficiently versed in the rap. We shall look for you on the way.
And then, and after that, I assume we are set on finding Ellen.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm voting for that.
Nice.
Talking Ellen.
Well, hey,
There's a
all I'm gonna say is that we are not unfamiliar with regicide.
That's right.
I mean, normally we do say that and loudly.
So
Got to pump those numbers.
I guess in that case, would there be anybody you should have if you're going to go fight the serpent with the
No.
rock?
I mean, we're literally sending the cleric and the fighter. It's like 50% of our combat capability anyway.
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Actually accurate.
Don't worry, Kruber, you're the other 50%.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
no, Kruber is way more than 50% of our combat capability. We're sending away 95% of our HP regen and 80% of our taking it to the face now that Zheng's not there, but not our combat capability.
But yes, okay, in that case, yeah, sure, go for it. So the plan is go back to Summerton, drop off all the stuff that you have that you bring with you, then see if the serpent's still a thing, and if so, fly directly to the serpent, beat it up, drop the people. Then Sean can drop. Yeah, the thing is though, if a third person goes with them now, they'll only need another single trip.
All right. Look,
Can we get
is
3
it
on without
just
us?
stay in Summerton while everyone gets shuttled to run? I guess that think about it that way.
I mean, we are probably just. It seems like we're just abandoning like our hirelings and everything.
We bring our hirelings.
I missed.
Yes,
And
did
the
actually.
mask and everything else.
absolutely. We brought everything with us.
So
I missed those action-packed days when we went shopping. When we really got stuff done.
We'll return to Summerton. We use the giant rock to, pick up some, less than reputable ladies, and we'll wait there for you to catch up.
It's
with the rest
Okay,
of the party.
if that's what Sean wants to do, I don't mind. Minerva just starts picking up her stuff and she starts walking back to town.
Sean's going to try reforming them.
The issue is we'll take more than a day to get back, so the rock will disappeared.
Yes, that's right. But it is what it is.
I mean, we might as well use it while we can. Is the thing.
Sean may as well use it while he can.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think he should do stuff with it. He can decide what that stuff is. Maybe Lenza should go with them if you want to have like input in it and stuff. But basically, that plan, whatever plan we come up with outside of Krukar, means basically nothing once they hit Summerton. Because when they hit Summerton, there's going to be someone who's like, the princess has been captured, and they'll be like, fuck, and
like Sergeant
why
Gammon used
even
to
make
say,
a plan? Just make a plan when you're in Summerton,
like Sergeant Gammon used to say, no plan survives encounters with Summerton.
A rock to the knee.
But the thing is, we have what six PCs here, right?
Yep.
Plus the two dwarves, two hirelings.
And some donkeys.
Is there? And there's no one else currently with us.
A wagon.
And what about our wagon guards?
That is the two dwarves.
That is the two dwarves.
Yeah.
So all the Linda is saying, if 3 people go with the rock initially, when Sean is coming back to pick the rest of the party up from the road, if that's what's going to happen, then it'll be a 4 rather than a 5-person trip, because Sean has to stay with it.
Yep.
So if someone else goes with them initially, it'll be easier to pick up later on, is essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. That's why I was like, if you want to go with them, go with them.
Yep. Well, let's go, Cribs. Unless someone else wants to. Hey, he kind of volunteered.
Don't take Lenza. For the love of God.
I feel like taking Kruber, Hypatia, and Sean away from the party.
Yeah,
leaves the
like
rest
why
of the
are
party.
you doing this?
Well,
We
because it makes
need
sure
Kruber.
Makes sense.
No. It makes sure that the party survives. Because as we agreed, that is the essence of the party.
Kruber makes a good point as well, damn it. But somewhere Shiro says, "Yeah, take Kruber." But Minerva's like, just.
But
Would
Minerva should go.
Would you guys take really?
Yeah.
Wow, I can't decide if you're insulting Minerva or not by that statement. But
Does it matter?
If Minerva goes, that leaves Lenza, Kruber, and Vash, right? And Shiro isn't here.
Yeah.
Like Lenza, Kruber, and Vash will be able to cover most things.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
And Minerva, the whole reason Minerva is here because you're invested in, Hypatia's quest.
That's true. I am invested in Hypatia's quest. That is the reason that she's there.
Yeah, so go for it. So and then it also means that you're going to be at Summerton, so you can actually have an input on what's being said.
A terrible input. I didn't want this. That's why I was trying to make you go.
Lenza, the master of all grenades, be they munitions or social.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure, fine.
Awesome.
Minerva's fine with that, as long as the bird leaves soon. Let's go.
We used to be a party until we took a Minerva to the Summerton.
Okay, so can I confirm then that it is Sean, Hypatia, and Minerva who are boarding Rock Express to Summerton.
That's correct.
Indeed.
Yes.
We're the ones that get ambushed by a flight of drakes.
No, it's a flock of seagulls. You all have
Yeah, they run
terrible
away.
Yeah, but when
Have fun, guys.
Okay.
the rock dives to get
Think they'll make it?
All of us.
All right. Then the three of them, those characters, will indeed make it to Summerton in a bit about 4 hours, give or take. It is a hectic and harrowing flight. The rock does not travel slowly. It does not travel close to the ground, and it is all you can do to not fall off, but you cannot fall off. You will hold on, you will clench those buttocks, you will grip onto some feathers tight, not too tight, you don't want to make the rock unhappy, and it will roll for sphincter. Well, if there was more, and then yes, you might have had to, but your sphincters are good enough. And you will make it to Summerton.
I'll just point out, what's Hypatia's constitution? Is her sphincter good enough?
You do, all of you, end up with bits of grit, feathers, like little dust from feathers, and some bugs and all that stuck in your teeth, in your eyes, in your hair, splattering against your chin, your cheeks, getting down the back of your armor.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
The unique experience.
It is. And you wonder how the real big heroes of the world ride their flying beasts. Anyway, you make it to Summerton. It is mid-afternoon by the time you make it to Summerton, because you found the Titan mid-morning. As you start to descend upon Summerton, it causes widespread pandemonium in the streets. This creature...
Did you not take my recommendation?
We're stopping outside of town.
Okay.
Landing outside.
But I mean, they're still going to see us coming.
You are
Probably still causes pandemonium.
Just
That's
slightly
fine.
less pandemonium.
No, it's still pandemonium.
Slightly.
But yes, okay, 120 foot
funny.
wide, 120 foot wide wingspan, 60 feet tail to beak. It is a large creature, the like of which no one here has ever seen, and they pray they never will again.
How many people think it's a dragon?
Enough. Others start thinking it's one of the 8
Nice.
has descended upon the world, and there is considerable confusion, consternation, and varying degrees of worship, begging for mercy, or screaming and running in abject terror.
Not the 3 people on the rock's back don't be able to see much of that.
You can hear it and you can see enough, but nobody notices you at all, other than the fact that there is the big bird, because that's what everybody is looking at.
Do they see us dismount from the big bird and then walk towards the city, all pseudo slow-mo like?
Someone will. There are a couple of the town or the valley garrison who have approached weapons in hand and look like they are about to bravely or foolhardily, or a combination thereof, attack said bird. But when they see you dismount and they see that the bird is, for the most part, tamed, it does look at them with narrowing eyes, for the rock is an intelligent enough creature to understand what is approaching it, and a hungry enough creature to think, I can eat them before they do anything to me. But yes,
how
they are
many
approaching.
of them have laid eggs?
None have laid eggs.
Okay. So to speak, is what I'm saying.
Yes, none of them have laid eggs, figuratively or literally.
Okay.
But yeah, yes, these ones, the ones that were doing that, didn't come out.
Fair.
But Easter is well chocked now.
Yes. Ugh. Some people are having a crappy Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel we should have cornered the market on breaches, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Let's go. We gotta get
Anyway.
this.
as you descend and dismount and start approaching Summerton, the fright in the eyes of the garrison will turn to admiration and awe, terrifying awe, as they now see you in a completely different light, and not less than or more than one will actually, nod to an extent that it's almost a bow, and they are completely awe-stricken by you.
All right. Look, I'm gonna hand in the head to the garrison, and you need to take that to the apothecary or to the potion maker.
Yep. To the
Poison dealer.
herbalist.
Yeah, that's who it is. And what are you doing, Sean? You're looking for rumors for the serpent, right?
Yep.
Let's split up so we can cover more ground.
So I should just point out that. Oh, sorry. I'm assuming someone gave me some cash. I mean, I have enough cash to sort of get this kicked off for the herbalist.
Unless it was discussed previously, then you have gotten to the airport without your passport.
How much money do you need?
Classic.
How much money are you missing? Don't tell me how much it is in total. Tell me how much you need.
Okay, I probably have. I might have. Hang on. Let me check my notes. It's the
So much tension. Profanity in 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, I realised no, I should have asked this before, but today has been not good for anything really. What happened to the? Did any of the treasure from the inverted tower survive? I know the red coins definitely did not. Okay.
And then mostly the characters that carried it out.
That was all done last week.
Yep.
Last session, that was all split up and stuff.
I still have money left, Al, so just tell me how much money you need.
The hell? Why am I getting some
Minerva
crap on my
will roll
screen?
you if needed.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking.
What the hell is
I don't know
that?
how much money I have, so I'm trying to remember how much it's going to be.
It's a Teletubby gif.
No, I've got some. I just noticed on my screen. I've got something from an ad. It's not a pop-up. It's like something has. Unless my son's gone to something and installed some. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch. I'm not recording it. I'm on Twitch. Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to stop. Hang on a second. No. No, it's all right.
No, it's fine. We can go through 14 subjective hours of working out what we're going to do.
No, it's fine. I can grab that from the Twitch and I'll just chuck it on the beginning. Fucking hell. I hit Shift Alt F8 rather than Shift Alt F9.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Probably.
Okay, in all this time, Al, you've worked out how much money you need, correct?
Yes, I need 500 gold, and I've got, assuming my inventory hasn't been nationalized, I've got enough on me.
Okay, good. It has not been nationalized. No one took any money off you.
That's quite a lot of weight.
Yes.
Also, how much of that was party funds?
No, the party funds is kept in the group treasure.
Okay.
And Al is not talking about that, because then he would have said that. He's talking about money that he has.
Minerva trusts him. Trusts her. That's fine.
I assume he's just carrying like 50 platinum. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Right, I take the. So, is the heart actually? Okay, so. Anyway, short answer, the long short. I get the heart. I get the heart intact to you through the herbalist.
Yes.
Pay the money.
Yes.
Yes. Let me just exit Steam on my laptop because crap is popping up all over the place. All right.
So I'd probably want to mention that Sean should probably stay with the rock.
Yeah, maybe.
How
talk to the
exact
guards
your
about the
control
serpent.
over it?
I don't know.
Okay, you should definitely
I
stay
mean,
with the rock then.
It's not like I've used one of these before.
Yeah, fair. Maybe stay with it then.
Minerva's disappointed by you staying with it. She's
Well,
like, okay, fine. You still got to find out about the serpent.
The guards came out to talk to me. I'll talk to the guards that have come out to investigate who we are, and I'll say, "Hey, what's the go with the serpent in the river?"
And hey, check out my sweet ride.
Yeah.
So eventually they will start talking rather than just gibbering, and the serpent hasn't been the problem for over 6 months.
Well,
no one killed it, but it hasn't been attacking any boats.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh. Maybe it got eaten by a dragon. Let's hope that that's what happened, and not that it's like metamorphosizing into something.
Or
I was going to say having kids.
Or it's followed the river up or downstream.
Elsewhere. Yeah.
Or it's hibernating, or it's died, but yes, it hasn't been seen for a while.
It's living under Androshell. Gotcha.
So Uthra, she is pretty busy when you enter into her shop. Let me just quickly chuck you on Summerton, actually. So she is number 44, I believe, from memory. Yep. Down the bottom here. She's pretty busy. There's a couple people in there getting some herbs. And she's making some poultices or whatever, moving about fairly quickly in her shop, dealing with these customers. As you enter, she will look up and, yes, just wait a moment, please, and I'll be with you shortly, sir, ma'am. Are you still wearing all your armor?
I'll have my helmet off.
Okay. All right. She will take maybe about 15-20 minutes or so to deal with these people before sending them on their way. They will kind of try to edge around you, given what you probably have in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you are fully armed and armored, sans helmet, of course. But, they'll edge around you and nod politely. Good day, sir.
Sure. Not politely?
Yep. And Uthra will then just look you over. You have the heart?
Yep. I hope it's good. I hope it was worth it. It cost us, but here it is.
Excellent.
Pretty cheap, wasn't it?
Well, it depends who you are.
No.
And you have the money.
Yep. I count out. I count out 500. Yes, I count out the platinum. The sufficient amount of platinum pieces.
500 was the amount in gold, so that would be 50 platinum.
Yep.
Okay. Very well. As I mentioned previously, 12 months to distill and brew the potion. The cost may increase if there are other requirements. I haven't done this before, as I mentioned to you previously. I will try to keep any future costs either out of the equation or down, but I don't know. I don't know what this process will entail, and 12 months is a long time to brew something. So, yeah, I guess you can come back and check on it whenever you want, but for the most part, it's just going to be sitting at the back doing its thing.
All right. Well, I'll drop anytime I'm in Summerton. I'll drop by and see how you're going to see if any extra funding is required.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. She will get a large canvas wrap to wrap the heart in, and she looks rather disgusted by the whole process. By the way, Sean, the taxidermist only wanted the Titan in its entirety.
Oh.
Well, that sucks.
That was the whole point with bringing it to them. They don't want a
Mhm.
Titan that's been
Mhm.
decapitated and cut up.
That's okay. We're just going to hand in the head. The taxidermist will be like, I'm not interested in this. And then Minerva will be like, surely I can sell this Titan leather to somebody. There's got to be somebody who wants a hide that's harder than steel.
I mean,
There's got to
but
be a
sure.
leather worker in town who's willing to give this a go.
Also,
There's got to be one mad lad out there.
Well, yeah.
I would
I
say
mean-
I do have a suggestion, but am I actually? But you're elsewhere, so
Yeah, I'm outside of town.
About it.
let's just say there are people who we've encountered previously who may be interested in things, bits,
Titan leathers. Nice.
or the other stuff.
It's
Mhm.
possible.
Titan horn makes a special powder.
The only problem you have is that Sumberton is, as far as cities go, small, and as far as mad lads go, there are plenty of them, but they tend to wield swords and bows and fight monsters. There's not many in the way of entrepreneurial leather workers.
Shame. It's a damn shame.
I mean, you could possibly find one somewhere, but yeah, it's not. There's no crying demand for it.
I feel like if anywhere would want crazy leather, it would obviously be the curiosity shop. Okay, so I may have to go to the curiosity shop just to find out if they want to trade some of this leather. Okay.
I mean, there's also, certain people of dubious moral, dubious ethics. I don't know. Okay, fine. Ray's son.
Oh, rare son. Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, there'll be a giant headless undead.
I feel like
Hey.
even Raya-san couldn't quite.
Hey, he's only 16 foot tall now.
It gives a horrifying new potential person named Belly. Is
I
all
know,
right.
right? Oh my god, it's so awesome. He could stick marks around
I was thinking
just
what,
Okay,
the end of the bell was what I was concerned about.
all right.
Alright, well, I will go. We didn't actually figure out what we're going to tell us.
Whilst you are doing all this, back
Mhm.
in the hills behind Krokar, a small group of adventurers, a wagon, a couple dwarves, and some donkeys. Correct?
Yes.
Cool. What are you doing? Are you sitting around with your thumbs up your butt?
No,
Cool.
we're heading back down the road to Summerton.
Okay.
Oh, okay. To Krokar,
I mean-
you have to get the hand in the quest.
Oh,
Cool.
right. Sorry. I thought we were talking after. I guess
on
we
the
are.
way in
We are still technically at the place where we killed it.
Which
Yes,
was in
we'll
the
be heading back
hills.
to Krokar.
You head back to Krokar. At
Yes, that would be the
Krokar,
third thing.
just for ease and to quickly bring in the new character so that Canto's not sitting with his thumb up his butt, you can meet Canto's new character at Krokar. He has been around the valley before, and you will have probably run into him at some stage, so he's not altogether completely unknown to you. You may have seen him at the Sly Wink or just traipsing around doing little things here and there. But anyway, Canto, feel free to introduce your character and explain who and what he is.
Righto. So my character's a halfling called Norban Ficklefoot. He's a multi-class fighter rogue carrying a carbine around. So he'll be a nice, slow, stealthy, back of the line supporting character. Get a few good shots in, that kind of thing. And yeah, he's been around Sumberton because He's got a close friend who works at the gun shop there, called Mulgrave. And yeah.
And he likes hunting bandits, you say?
Indeed, he does.
So I'm
Interesting.
going to go
Happens
and
to
put
be
Mulgrave's shop on the map in Summerton as well, just for your info. Keep going.
Thank you. But yes, so he does indeed enjoy hunting bandits. He was caught a long time ago and kind of became a captive there. That's how he kind of met Mulgrave, and over time he sort of grew stronger and faster, and eventually the bandits got hunted down. And so he's kind of created a dislike or a passion for hunting them and earning money that way as a bounty hunter.
Cool. I'm also excited that we'll finally have a rogue in the party.
Yeah.
Not even a wow? Okay.
Oh no,
I
I
mean,
agree.
I mean, Minerva's never said she's
How
a
many?
thief.
How many
Exactly.
do we actually have? Like,
Yeah, we don't have any. I don't know what you're talking about. Len's
Indeed.
like some kind of ranger, I think.
I would have said omnithrope? Like not a misanthrope, not a gynothrope, just a kind of omnithrope.
I like that.
And Minerva's a wizard. Well, she's a magic
We
user.
know.
That's what I-
We've all seen how often
Yeah.
her wand gets robbed.
That's right. Sick. It's about time we had a halfling.
Oh yeah.
I'll just get it out of the way. What is the half-life of the halfling like?
Well, as long as it's longer than Zhang's, I think we're pretty set.
I hear he even cooks. What a catch.
I know. Nothing quite like a halfling stew to wake you up, eh?
As long as the halfling has made the stew and is not the stew.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
What is this? Salt and pepper? Are you mad?
It's like we all rock up to the campsite and it's like, oh, halfling stew. He's like, no, I'm having a bath. Go away.
But it is getting a bit cold. Can you put another log on and a few more carrots in?
Cool. Alright, I have now put him on to the map. Just bear with me. Okay, alright.
Wow.
So
Need
you,
more Willibub.
you can definitely hook up with him. And there we go, 45. Oh, hang on a second. Where'd it go? Down here. Mulgrave's guns.
Nice.
it
Nice.
was always there.
It was always
That's
there.
right.
You know,
We
No
just
one-
didn't have a person who shot guns.
no one ever
previously.
wanted to buy guns. You just had someone who was trying to steal them off adventurers and mercenaries.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Allegedly,
Who was doing that?
allegedly.
I don't remember that ever
Allegedly.
happening.
What
none of
a
that
bit
around
right
here.
Yeah.
So many protests all of a sudden.
Okay, so the group that are back at Summerton, you can trade in the head. A giant's head is worth 50 gold
I'll put it in the party loot.
from
Isn't
memory.
it a
Let me
Titan's
just-
head?
Let me just check the notes from session 1 to make sure that that was indeed the
It was 50.
giant's 50 gold pieces. Yep, session 1. That was it.
Boom, deep cut.
Yep.
Yep.
If you need help remembering, you could try fighting a crippled goblin.
And
Something
then
silly.
So, most of these people out here. Hypatia was at Uthra. Minerva was up in the keep. Sean is outside. What are you doing after you've done those few little bits and pieces?
Well, I think Sean's just heading off to get those guys straight away, since
You're
we
doing
don't
that,
have
are you,
proof
Sean?
of
Yep, that's what I said in the
Cool.
voice chat in the chat thing. So it is law now.
Cool. All right. Well, there's now 4 people to transport back.
So 2 trips.
2 trips. But you'll be able to do that before your bird goes poof. But the last group will be doing the red eye. No, unfortunately, there's no in-flight
Actually-
entertainment or snacks.
I was going to
On
say,
the upside, no delays.
yeah, I'm okay with that because the other option was Sparrow's fart, and in this case, I'll take the red eye.
But you can all be at Sumberton.
Hey.
The place is all pretty much closed. Only the Beadles and the garrison are walking the streets.
Since we had all day to see if there was anybody interested in this Titan leather, was anybody?
Roll D100. If you get a 1 or a 2, then yes.
All right, looking for mad lads. Here we go. 1 or a 2. 99? No! I found only the straightest of laced people.
I mean,
Titan, disgusting. Get out of this town.
Something along those lines, yes.
What are you, a degenerate?
literally.
Disgusting. So, yes. Unfortunately, there is no mad lad that will take on board your butchered
Even
remains.
Tennyson isn't interested in some like leather that's
Well,
harder than steel?
Tennyson was closed when you went to see them.
Oh no.
And also, you wouldn't find a tanner in town.
I mean, there'd definitely be a tanner in town.
There's going to be a tanner
But-
in town.
They're just not going to be wanting that
But that said,
abomination.
there isn't much in the way of livestock in the valley. So requirement for a tanner is far more reduced. And the leather that the leather workers will tend to work with has already been tanned and has been imported.
Ah.
Well, most of it anyway, because the valley is too small to have large tracts of it dedicated for
Large tracts
Cattles.
of land.
large tracts of land dedicated to cattle or other large herbivorous creatures.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's chickens, rabbits, and fish for the most part, which is the meat.
Yeah, rabbit pelts don't really need much work.
No.
All right. Well, nobody wanted
Oi.
this. Tragic.
I mean, you could practice yourself.
No, Minerva has found out
Minerva
what her
na?
skill set is, and her skill set is not working.
Minerva
at-
na.
That's correct. It's
Minerva na?
It's a lost art.
Thank you. I was going to keep going until someone said it.
Yeah, I know. You kept doing it. You kept doing it, and
Just-
it's like
Just ignore.
you can't
just
leave you
ignore.
hanging forever.
That doesn't work.
Don't engage. Don't engage. Leave him hanging.
No, I can outstubborn a 3-year-old. What chance do you have?
Are there any farmers who want a huge pile of blood and bone? Or do we have to dispose of this Titan corpse?
Well, weren't you just going to... Why did you bring the whole corpse with you?
We were thinking we could sell it to somebody. Maybe
Okay.
somebody would be interested in the Titan corpse. I mean, it's got to be worth some money. There's got to be somebody who, like, wants to experiment. Oh, Rare-san. Does Rare-san not want it?
Have you gone to see him?
Yes, Oh, no, wait. Wait, no, it's Shiro who hates Rare-san. Yes. Minerva's an idiot. She will absolutely go to see.
Okay.
She's only had good experiences so far. Somehow.
Sure.
It's only Mark and Shiro have had terrible experiences.
Well,
It's her turn.
Belly is still on the door. Ooh, ding, 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 ding.
I mean,
ding,
that's
ding, ding, ding.
he's in the same condition as when Minerva last met him.
And
Minerva?
Raysan will hobble out. He's got some thick glasses, almost goggles on at the moment, and his hair's a bit singed and his skin's a bit soot-coloured. Hello? He starts, like, almost, I guess, squinting behind these goggles. What can
My
I
goodness,
do for you?
Raysan, do I
Yeah?
have the deal for you? We
Do
have
you?
procured a giant body for you.
Oh,
It's just outside the city gates. A titan.
oh. Who are you, sorry?
I'm Minerva. We did that thing
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
flame lance for you.
Yes,
We
a
used
flame
some
lance. Ooh,
munitions. Yeah.
that
And
sounds like a
munitions.
marvelous idea. I should invent one.
You have invented one, and we tested it for you. It was very effective.
Oh, excellent. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I remember now. He nods
Yeah.
completely unconvincingly.
Mm-hmm.
And are you the ones that came with the big bird? I would very much like to have some of its feathers.
I mean, maybe there's some out there, but that's not my big bird. I did come with it, but I
Oh,
don't know. Maybe the priest will be able to tell you more.
I'm sure you could get some for me, couldn't you?
Maybe. I could give
And
it a go.
a big body also. What kind of body?
It's a titan's body, a giant,
Oh, Titan's body.
but it's pretty cut up. It's a bit
Oh,
messed up. We didn't take it gently.
oh,
It's missing a head,
oh.
missing like its chest's pretty cut up.
I see.
Otherwise, it's not too bad.
Oh,
But
if
maybe you could stitch it together or something.
I'm sorry. I guess so. Could you bring it in here and let me have a look at it?
I mean, it's pretty big. I'd have to.
Oh,
I'd probably have to hire like a bunch of looters to like drag it through the city to
Well,
get it to you.
excellent. Then I'll expect it when you get it here. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Minerva heads off to the Anchor's Rest, and tells like a whole shitload of like everybody in the bar that she'll like buy them, drinks if they help haul this corpse to Renaissance.
And you will get a whole bunch of people who will take you up on the offer.
Let's go.
They will definitely help you haul Titan ass to Renaissance.
Nice.
All up, the number of people that helped you out will set you back 7 gold for drinks.
Alrighty.
Like that's a bargain.
Minerva is happy to do that, and more importantly, it spreads our fame.
You basically had the entirety of the bar come and give you a hand, those who were ambulatory enough to give you a hand. Some of them literally just came and walked alongside the others who were carrying it. But
Yep. I feel like this spread out legend, so it's okay. I tell, as we're like walking there, Minerva's like, yeah, we came back, carried it back with a rock, but we couldn't bring the rock into the city, so we're gonna need you guys to describe the big bird and everything. Yeah,
they've heard of the big bird.
that's right.
Everybody's heard of the big bird.
Bird is the word.
That's
Yeah.
it. But I'm just trying to, our reputation.
Your reputation does
It's important.
precede you. Yeah, absolutely.
Buying drinks for people, that's a good thing.
Indeed.
Keeping it in the local economy. All right. I bring it to Renaissance. Now when he's like, I'm not interested and I have to cart it back outside the city, I'm going to be less impressed.
He offers you 2 gold for it, and we've spent.
All right,
7
Raya-san, I brought the body here like you wanted.
Hello. It's pretty late by this time.
Yep.
It's well after midnight. He's probably the only place that's still open.
Rare Son, here's this Titan body that you wanted.
Oh, it's quite a mess, isn't it?
It is, but I thought maybe you could like stitch it together with like belly there or something. Give him like a bigger body. Do you think that would be possible?
I could make him drive it.
Yeah, like he could be coming out of its chest. Like, how cool would that be? He'd have like extra arms.
But
And
it's probably a bit big to be my doorbell.
he could wear it like a mech suit. It'd be a Titan suit.
He starts poking the body, and then he'll like run his finger along the along its skin, and then lick it. It's not very fresh, but missing a few bits. Oh, you've cut out its heart.
Yes,
Why did you cut out its heart?
Oh, some
I would have very much liked to have eaten that.
Some herbalist wanted it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the herbalist.
Unfortunately, yeah, one of the.
Which herbalist?
I don't know.
Was it?
Hmm?
Was it Uthi?
I mean, is there another herbalist in town?
There's small part-time ones. People sell herbs on the side of the streets, etc. But
I think it was Uthi. I'm not sure. I couldn't say for certain.
I wonder if she'll sell it to me.
Um,
I'll make a point of going there tomorrow.
Okay. I think she wanted it for something. I think it's probably pretty important that she keeps that heart. But anyway, I was,
I might be able
I believe
to
you were
convince her
thinking of trading us
otherwise.
some munitions and maybe refills for the flame lance for this body.
What? Oh, I could do that, I guess. Or, just wait 1 moment. He'll walk out the back and you'll hear some cluttering and clanging noises, and then he'll come back with kind of a small case. That's probably about the size. It's probably about the size of a violin case, but shaped like it's an oblong, and it's got two like little catches on it, and two small handles, and he'll give it to you. You can have this if you want.
Thank you. You know Minerva's just going to take it without knowing what it is or checking it out. She's just like, yes, this is perfect, whatever the fuck it is. What is this? What does this device do?
That's just a box.
It's a box.
But
Sweet.
inside there are some there's a couple rockets. You can have them.
Ooh, rockets. That sounds awesome. These are like munitions. You have to light them on fire?
Yes.
All right. Maybe we'll find someone who knows how to use those.
They've got they're on a little stick, and they have a little wick, and you light the wick, and you count to 3, and you point the stick at the people you want not to be there anymore, and if it works, then they're not there anymore.
Oh man, this sounds amazing. Lenza's gonna love these, and Hypatia's gonna shit herself. This is a bit of a twofer. Do not give to Lenza. Is this about to say Lenza? It's definitely who Minerva's going to give them to. Anyway, Minerva is pretty happy with this trade and leaves. A pleasure doing business with you, Rayson.
Yes, thank you.
Once again, Minerva somehow has good dealings with Rayson, and will keep going back there to her eventual detriment.
If you open the case, there are indeed 2 rockets within it.
Last time she opened a case, it exploded, and then she opened another one, and it exploded. So she's pretty.
No, she's not. She needs at least 3 more. Also, rather than some men, please read that some min. For Minerva want to watch the world burn.
The rockets are in the miscellaneous items
Nice.
page for under the alchemical contrivances.
Sweet. I will put them on the cards. They the thing.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Cool. All right, it is well past midnight by the time you've done all that. What is it? Whilst Minerva was off doing shenanigans, what were the rest of you doing? I'm assuming probably went to the Sly Wink and got some rooms. But
Yeah, I'll have done that.
I mean, eventually, there's beer first.
well, the tap rooms had probably stopped serving at that late at night by the time you all get back there. Although you
Not to Kroobs,
Not to
they haven't. He's going to tap those rooms. That's what I'm saying.
fair enough. You can tap the rooms. You're well known enough that they'll look the other way.
Indeed.
So you can all be at the Sly Wink.
Oh my
Right.
god, these are super dangerous.
He said, happily.
Yeah.
If
The Lenser, you're gonna love these.
if
Oh,
if
yeah.
you miss with them, they have a miss thing like a grenade.
Wait, where's the listed? Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
I'll put them in the wagon in a second, so you can just look them up there.
I
Seriously.
have one slight happiness about this whole situation. It's going to be Minerva who gets killed.
There you go. I've put them in the cart, and they're.
And it's not that I want Minerva to get killed. It's just poetic.
Okay. You're
What
all
were
at the
the-
Sly Wink. What are you saying? Sorry, Henry?
What were the stats for that homing rock?
It's a
Since I
rock.
picked
It
it
does
1d3
damage. Auto hits.
within 40 feet.
Did you want to ask about your magical question with it?
Is it got a power level?
1.
Not what I thought you were going to ask.
I don't think it does.
I thought it had a power level of 1.
It might. I'm not sure if it does. Wait a
Can
second.
he cast a spell on it? Put a magic effect on it?
No. Oh, what you mean like striking?
No, nowhere near that good.
That would be pretty cool.
Over to you, Henry.
What would you do? Strike? No.
What did you want to cast on it?
Yeah, light. Permanent light. Continual light.
Oh,
You can cast light on
So-
that.
in the oddities section.
Permanent?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
It is. I just haven't put it in for everybody to see.
Oh,
I just haven't shifted it. I was a bit lazy. I've had a very busy couple of
Heaven
weeks.
fit.
Very busy. Very, very busy. Let's have a look. It was. Let me just go check. It was the Deadeye Stone.
Mhm.
Might be on the other. Yep, it's in the other one. Deadeye Stone, Deadeye Stone. Have I gone past it? It is possible because I just wrote these in here as I came up with them and did not put them into alphabetical order.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Did I stone? Yes, power level 1.
Ah,
Because it's an automatic hit. And
bummer.
Mm-hmm.
did I give you all the details of it previously?
You did. I've got him.
Did I tell you what it counts as for striking enemy?
For some reason,
Is it
clicking
like a magic
off it
weapon?
made it disappear. Oh yes, it counts as plus 2 or 3. It was quite powerful.
Counts as a +3 weapon for striking
Yeah.
enemies.
It was really good for overcoming.
Doesn't mean it
resistance.
gives you a +3 to hit, just for creatures that are only overcome by certain bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I have it here. I'll link it for you.
It's basically
There you
a small physical magic missile.
Oh, and the shield spell blocks it. Bing.
Basically a small physical magic missile.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It was a good buy.
It was
You know
really,
what?
it
All
was
that
really
stuff
good
was
in the
fun.
hands of a monk when they got to add half their monk level to it.
I know. It was actually pretty awesome.
Because it was suddenly doing 1d3 +3 damage auto hit every second round.
That is pretty good.
That's better than Magic Missile. Almost.
It's about the same. Yeah.
1d6 +1 versus 1d3 +3, yeah. But given that this was every second round indefinite,
Can I cast striking on it?
Yeah.
Ooh, now that's actually looking pretty good.
Now imagine the monk was using it.
Imagine we had
Every
it.
word is a dagger.
no, every word is a stone.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
A Titan's
Oh.
fist on my noggin.
Sometimes you just got to cast the first
yeah,
one.
that gives on point.
All right. So you are in the Slywing. It is quiet at night. Everyone has gone to bed. They're trying to keep Kruber as quiet as possible.
Well,
Good luck.
They
before
end up
everyone goes to
getting some cleric to cast a silence 15-foot radius on his bar stool.
So what's happening to the rock at this point? Like, is
I-
Sean sleeping with it?
He's
like,
cooking.
What's the...
No, he
No, the
was
rock's
been
gone.
doing it the whole time. Because
I'm
to
assuming.
transport
Yes.
everybody took the entire time.
Yes. Cool.
Well, it took longer than a day.
It took a day to get everybody to Summerton.
4 hours
38
there,
to
4 hours
24.
back, 4 hours there, 4 hours back, 4 hours there.
Yeah. Grail.
Alright, I assumed it would last until the next morning if we're sleeping now.
Well,
I assume that was there to stop us from getting it wet or feeding it after midnight.
Something like that.
But
Yep.
there would have been 4 hours left on its.
Yeah,
if it-
look, some of you aren't here yet. Technically, it's just for ease.
Yeah,
we're
okay,
sleeping
fair.
in shifts.
Got it.
Yep.
For ease, this is what's happening. All right. So in the morning, everyone's there now. Rock disappears.
Oh, I just realised I could have cast Animal Growth on it, except I didn't have it learnt. But how awesome would that be?
Except technically, the rock is not an animal.
Yeah.
Just ruin my hypothetical fun.
A natural one might be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But this was a creature of myth and legend.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get the money from the Lord?
From Krokar.
From
Lord,
Krogar?
Lord Harrond.
Oh, yeah.
Someone went there. That's where they met up
Lenza?
with.
Alright, can I put that in the group treasure, Lenza?
Yeah.
Alright. Then I will.
Why are you asking me?
Because you've got it at the moment. I can't just take it off you. Otherwise it'll exist in 2 places.
Wait, what
None
have
of that.
Oh, so if 2 people have it open, it breaks it?
No. I just meant I don't want it on somebody else's character sheet.
Oh, I thought there was a group treasure
There
handout.
is.
There is, but nobody's updated it with the 100 gold. I'm doing that now. I assume somebody else updated their character sheet with the 100 gold. Whatever, I don't care. It's on the group treasure now.
Cool.
We win.
You do.
Guys,
It is
should
the
we hire
morning.
some mercenaries and go take on Ellen, King Ellen?
I mean, we should probably figure out. We should probably pay our retainers properly.
I have paid our retainers.
Aaron's
That was
always on top of that.
That's what I did. Yeah, that's what the group treasury is for. I mean, they've been quite expensive. Not gonna lie.
I was just gonna say because we have because it's still Merc's paid up to 1 month each is still there. So I was wondering whether
that was paid
relevant.
after we got out of the tower. So I paid them the 6 months and an extra month. So it cost us 140 gold for the retainers.
Are they still chill with us? Like, what's the story
Yeah.
there, Grail?
They think it's great.
I mean, they've just been guarding a cart. I don't even think they've had to kill anybody yet.
They've-
This is
they've-
the best mercenary gig.
They
of
have
all
been
time.
involved in a couple small fights, more like a fracas, really. But otherwise, yeah, they've been getting paid to smoke
nothing.
cigars and drink beer.
And drive a cart around.
And they have one of the most powerful clerics just sitting there on tap if anything does go bad for him.
Side note: Crew was thinking of becoming a one of the hirelings for the party. That seems like a much better existence.
You don't take them to anywhere which is particularly dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we don't want to do it when it's them to die.
No,
That
that's right.
seems really pointless and mean.
Yep.
Yes, we like
Exactly.
peace with us.
Yeah.
Do you understand what hirelings are for? Evidently not.
The other NPCs that you've all had with you, like Latoad and Kukulane and all that, bad things happen to them. But these guys,
Speaking of which, why do I still have Latoads? I have something of Latoads in my inventory.
Oh,
you shouldn't have anything of these.
Latoads remains.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Oh,
Why do you
Bury
have
those.
Shiro?
Well, I don't know.
Probably
I
probably
think
couldn't carry
Shiro
them,
didn't
I
have
don't know.
enough strength to carry me out of the.
Tiro was probably carrying too much loot. Let's face it, he's a terrible person.
Can I assume that we've done something honourable with his remains and just delete it out of my inventory?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
Put it
I
back in the
assume you've
snow.
been casting preserve food and drink.
oh, I knew where was that going?
he did
He
revert
probably-
to a very small frog. So
Yep, frog legs.
it could be.
Yeah. Did we want to hire some mercs? Do you reckon?
I mean,
Oh.
so how much? So you said you updated the group treasure. Has
Yeah.
people upgraded the party gold that they have personally? I guess it doesn't really matter.
No,
I
the
guess we've
party
got
gold's
plenty of-
ran has no. There's no info in the party gold. You can ignore that part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody keeps that up to date.
I do, but sure.
Oh, do you? Wow, nice.
I
mean,
was probably
Minerva's
really
is
put it in there.
mostly up to date, but everybody else's is not.
He means no one who matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I guess if we do want to hire, do you think we'll need them? Like, I guess we are taking on an entire camp.
Well, we can even use them just as like distraction, skirmish while we like go in and get Ellen.
Yeah, well, really, the crown.
Or
I mean, that might be Ellen, but
I mean, we don't have to hire mercs. I was just saying, like, there's the potential that we can go down there with like some mercs. To
Who's going to wear the crown next?
because it sounds like she has like a whole band, so like taking some heavy swordsmen with us like wouldn't be a bad idea.
yeah. If nothing else, it'd be nice to not get completely surrounded.
Well, I chucked the mercenary rules up on the screen, if you guys still have them, explaining how to go about trying to hire them.
Yeah.
Do we want
Do you want me to-
mercenaries or like adventurers?
Well, adventurers take a share, and I don't want to give away the crown or the mace. Like, I want to take both of those ourselves.
Yeah, that mace is pretty disgusting.
Because I think
Fucking
if we take on, so we should write up a charter if we are doing it where we put like shares, so all of us would get one share, and then we'd put like 2 shares towards party treasure, so everybody would get actually we'd put 3 shares towards party treasure, because that way there's everybody get 10% of the treasure, and the group treasury would get 30% of the treasure. And then if we took on like every time you take on like an actual adventurer, they get a share, which just decreases your share effectively. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the problem with taking on adventurers. If we take on mercenaries, they just cost money, but they cost money whether we succeed or not. And they're not as good, obviously, as adventurers are.
Okay, so I've just
all this. Sorry, I just want to say all this sounds to is that we get adventurers and make sure they die instead of us, so we don't have to share with them.
If adventurers die, no one will go out adventuring with you again.
So given what Kruber just posted in there, Kruber no longer talks to strangers, especially children, after his ill-fated attempt to get a retainer, you might notice I just updated the information on the mercenary list. I took the Paymaster secondary skill information that I had for some reason only in the GM's section, the GM's notes, and put them in there. So anyone with the Paymaster secondary skill can reduce the die step for recruiting by 2 and reduces the cost by 10%.
Ruben no longer does that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right.
He's
Well-
traumatized.
I mean, there.
So with the children.
Dear.
All right. Well, let's see.
Those are rare. Ooh. Oh, okay. Commons down here. I see. Oh. I was looking at heavy swordsmen thinking they're humans, they'll be common, but they're rare.
They are. They're rare
okay.
because, they got good gear and good training. They're just
I
harder
like
to get.
halfling swordsmen, and I'm going to look for some halfling swords because I think they're adorable.
I mean, the other question is, we could possibly petition the keep?
But again, if we do that, they're going to take some of the treasure, probably.
You know that the keep, the garrison, don't generally go out after bandits. They don't have the numbers, and they are effectively a standing army rather than a law enforcement. They are here to defend the valley against potentially existential threats rather than people who are just nicking other people's purses.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That's why that's the spot the mercenaries fill essentially.
That, yes, the Beatles are the law enforcement, but they are pretty trash. The militia can do stuff like that as well. If needed, they can do it. If the bandits are particularly egregious and causing considerable problems for the valley, the garrison can get involved. But for the most part, they just defend against the many threats that are plaguing the valley from all sides.
All right.
So, if I wanted to hire 8 halfling swordsmen, do I just roll availability once, or do I roll availability 8 times?
8 times.
Right. Okay. And I think I would also like to roll for some barbarian swordsmen if there are any around.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
isn't the role for availability? Isn't that the point?
Yep. He was just
Alright,
asking
well,
he was just asking, does one roll equate for 8, or does one roll equate for 1? Given the fact that there aren't a lot of mercenaries just chilling around, you can't roll once for a large number.
I should question. The salary is only counted after the first month, right?
Yes, so it's recruitment first, and then you go to salary.
Yep, so
which is the
the
month
retainer.
the initial month cost.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you pay them for if you need them longer. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
basically, if we basically thought this trip, it should be over by a month, so it would be just
Yeah,
a
it's the
initial
retainer.
payment.
And then if we want to keep them, say we're like, okay, now we're going to Castle Grief, we could, instead of trying to recruit again, we could instantaneously just pay the salary
pay them more. Yeah.
for another month.
Yep.
But yeah, originally we'll be paying the retainer. That's okay. I'll cover, or the party loot will cover retainers. So if anybody wants retainers, I'm gonna look for 4 barbarian swordsmen, 8 halfling swordsmen. That's what Minerva's gonna look for. Does anybody else want to look for some mercs?
I'm thinking some people, some bowmen or something. So I
Okay.
might look for.
No, mercenaries are pretty cool if you want bowmen. Who else are cool? Light crossbowmen?
Yeah, light crossbowmen, heavy bowman.
I mean,
halfling archers are cool.
I mean, you can click on any of those. They're all hyperlinks. They'll open up.
I'm just looking through them now.
Yeah.
Yep. It will also show you the cost. Some of them have a retainer which is more or less than their salary. Generally, it's more or the same. Just to get an idea as to what, and whether or not you want to get any that are elite as well.
But basically, because we could end up with everything that we're going for, you should like declare what you're going for first. Because you know.
All right. So that's a good question. So what are we actually planning to use them for? Like, do we want? Like,
I'm planning on using them in battle.
So to most, I would. I'm thinking I'm thinking ranged weapons because they're slightly less likely to die, and we have relatively few ranged options in the party.
Halfling swordsmen do have a ranged option. They don't have like a lot, but they have a little.
Skipping stones.
Yeah, they have 10 skipping stones. So they have some ranged option.
I feel like getting specialized would probably be better.
Well, they're a good all rounder. That's why I like the halfling swordsman. Also, look at how cool he looks. That guy looks cool. I chose people because they look cool. Okay, and that's a big part of battle. Okay,
sure.
Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight that barbarian swordsman? You don't. Look at him. You don't want to fight him. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's intimidating. If we had 4 of them, I feel like Ellen would be like, we're not going to get 4 of them. In fact, we'll probably get none of them because they're rare. But I'm trying to recruit 4 of them.
I mean, they actually have a decent hit HP total, which is nice.
So that's how many attempts you can make. I just posted there. So common, you can attempt to recruit 4 common in an hour. You can attempt to recruit 3 uncommon, 2 scarce, or 1 rare in an hour, and very rare 1 every 2 hours.
What am I doing? Scarce.
So assuming this is the next day, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some time cleaning up my inventory by
Okay.
buying and selling mundane crap.
Does
that takes
Norben,
me 8 hours exactly. Perfect.
Does Norben or Vash want to do anything? And
For
Yeah, I can help recruit.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, but then again, I'm a half-orc, so are people going to be willing to?
You can go and try and recruit
only get the ones that are willing to work for you.
Yep, you can. You know, mercenaries tend not to care who they work for.
There's also some half-orc mercenaries available.
There are half-orc mercenaries,
and they are dirt cheap because no one wants to work
Get
with
them, Vash. Get the
let's
only
go.
for half-orcs.
Like,
that sounds awesome.
Unironically, like they are really rare, obviously, just because half-orcs are rare. But like, if you could find one of them, like that'd be great.
Can half-orcs get a +1 to recruiting half-orcs?
you know what? I will let the half-orc trying to recruit a half-orc lower the dice step by 1.
Yeah,
nice.
Let's go, Vash. Go get us a bunch of half-orcs.
They are very rare though, purely because there aren't many half-orcs around.
Not many half-orcs around.
1 per 2 hours. You could try to recruit.
Do 2 orcs get a 2-step bonus to recruiting them?
Where's the other half-orc?
Are you going to dress up as a half-orc?
No, I'm asking if half-orcs get a 1-step, what kind of bonus do 2 orcs get?
Oh right, you're making a terrible joke. Sorry. I should have
You
assumed
forgot
from
who
the
you were
start.
talking to. Yeah.
It is
That's on you.
Okay, so
that is
I guess
absolutely on you.
However, only Kruber, if he does any of the recruiting, gets the paymaster bonus.
Nice.
Isn't it funny that I'm not going to?
You're not going to?
You even you even got that secondary skill as part of your downtime.
Oh, I know, which is why it's funny that I'm not, because of the trauma of last time. And that's why he's refusing to.
That's why he's respecking into brewer. I must make more alcohol for myself. There's not enough.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So Vash, so with the roll, is it affected by anything like of the person, or is it just flat 1?
Just flat.
Like, does your charisma affected or
Nope.
anything? Because
These are mercenaries. You will hire them purely based upon we need people to go fight,
yep,
and we're going to throw money at you.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's more about being able to find someone and make sure that they are available and that they are, willing to go and fight at that point in time.
Yep.
You don't have to be charismatic. You just have to be lucky and wealthy.
Oh man, I hope
Ye-
Vash manages to get at least one half orc. That would be awesome.
You certainly don't want to be unlucky.
So, who is doing what? You might want to write down what you're looking to try and recruit.
so
How many mercenaries do we want in total?
Dude, you've got 8 hours to recruit as many as you want.
Okay.
As Gary Oldman said,
Okay.
all
Do we
of
have
them.
money for this?
Yes, we do. We have a lot. That we won't be able to get touch what the group treasure has currently.
Yeah,
Better
we'll be
not
fine.
spending
We will
Kruger's
be
beer
fine.
money.
Do we actually know how many people Ellen has? Or is she just leading like 10 people or something?
He's got a big band. We don't know how many, but
And
it's
Okay,
going to be
so-
big.
Impolite to comment on someone's
10
weight.
plus.
Yeah, so I think we should probably aim for around 10.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna find a lot of them.
Yeah, true.
So the likelihood is that I'm gonna find like one barbarian, maybe, and I might find 2 halflings, maybe. So I might find 3 of the 12 people I'm looking for. The likelihood is Vash finds 1 orc if she spends the entire day looking for orcs.
oh, I'll do that. It would be funny.
Yeah, hell yeah, do that. Look for orcs all day. Who knows? Maybe you end up with 4. That would be amazing. Maybe you end up with none. That would be tragic.
They've got 8 hours, and
It's possible, Canto, yes. So I will send you a whisper.
so I can max find 4 half orc
Yeah,
mercenaries.
you can attempt 4 half
Attempt
orcs. Yeah.
attempt for You need to roll 1 on a d8.
Mhm.
Like the rare ones are almost not worth wasting your time.
Well, that's sort of true, but like, I mean, the gnome Craigbowman is fucking awesome if you manage to find him. Like, but yeah,
he?
yeah, he's pretty good.
Sure, I'll give it a go. 1.
But I
He still-
mean,
he still dies to
I mean, I think in the end, the half orc mercenary is probably the best value merc in the game. But keep in mind, you know, you have to keep him away from the other mercs. So he'd just be, if we have some half orcs, they'll be hanging out with Vash. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we don't want him mingling with the other mercenaries or anything like that.
I mean, Sean should try and get a foot knight.
Hell yeah, give it a go if that's, or get some merc clerics to help you out with the healing. Up to you.
They're only like 1 spell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, get some foot knights.
That's
if you want
enough to
some foot knights.
stop them from bleeding out.
You got 8
Sure.
hours. Choose whatever you want. The foot knight is cool. Heavy swordsman also cool. We've got like the dwarf swordsman. They're pretty awesome. That's the 2 mercs that we have at the moment.
So
Yeah.
clerics have 2 spells. If you read that, they
Yeah, that's
they
true.
get cure light wounds and they get a random spell. If you get them to be an elite, they will have 3 spells.
Ooh, can you tell them what spell to take after the first day?
No.
So they'll just randomly pick one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you say elite status available,
Mm-hmm.
does that change the rarity?
It tells you up the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
read
roll
under
a
elite
D12.
status.
Oh, here we go. Yep.
Okay. Does it change the duration?
Nope.
Cool.
For you, today I'm learning bread to stone. That's my spell.
Did you
Nice.
see the whisper, Canto?
Yeah, I did indeed. I was gonna be so Norman's gonna suddenly have like sort of aha moment and go, Ellen, King Ellen. I think I've heard of this person. She's not a bandit, but actually she's operating on the rivers as a pirate. She's near. I think I've last heard she was near the hills and near the river bend. And seems to operate on the water a lot. But I've heard a lot of she's quite powerful as well.
Huh. She operates on the river. Well, that might be a problem.
Well, they'll still have a somewhere they need to.
Yeah, so she's
anchor.
got the physical base near the river bend. So we may even be able to time it. She could be out in the water and we attack the base. And
And
when
then
she
get
comes
her
back,
when she
we
comes
can.
back to camp and ambush.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty smart. I like the way you think,
Yeah.
Norbin.
Glad to be of service.
Cool. Alrighty. So okay.
So far only are
Okay.
people posting it in Discord.
There we go.
If
Yep,
people
I'll
posting
put
it in
mine
Discord.
in Discord.
Let's post that into.
Sorry.
Well, fine. We'll put it into the.
Oh,
into the
because you wanted
into
it for the
feed 20.
recording. Yeah, my
Yep.
bad.
All right. There we go.
Noise.
That's right. I posted it there. It's all good. So we've got Maze for 8 halfling swordsmen, 4 barbarian swordsmen, Hypatia 1 gnome crankbowman, 2 dwarf crossbowmen, and 2 heavy crossbowmen. Okay, you may start rolling. If that's it, is Vash going to try and track down some half orcs?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, all in half orcs only.
I might actually try. I might try for one. One elite door crossbowman instead
Oh,
of
nice.
the normal one.
Okay.
Because why
Cool.
not?
You'll have to roll that separately then. Just keep
Yes.
it in mind. All right.
So I'll roll
Okay.
that now.
Cool. Alright, just write down what you're going to roll for when you roll for it as well. Just
Well, mine would be pretty obvious because it's going to be 8d10 and then 4d10. So
sure. You can do it all in one command as well, but that's alright.
That's a hell no.
why'd you roll d12s?
Because he's
that
gone
was
for the elite dwarf crossbowman.
Oh, that was the elite. Right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I definitely did not get it.
Wait, what
Okay,
do I need
so-
to roll? Confused.
So you need to roll d8s, and you're trying to roll a 1.
So 4d8.
Oh,
And you're looking
baby.
for ones. Let's go.
48.
Let's go, Vash. Come on, Vash. Just
I
4
believe in you.
ones. I believe.
Hey! we got
2!
two.
Oh my god, that's
Shit.
actually awesome! Yes!
Wait,
Ah, that's so good. We're keeping them forever. You are keeping them forever. They're a bargain.
we
They're
have a
gonna
democrat.
die in the first battle against
The odds
goblins.
are ridiculous.
Nah,
The odds of
we're
having a
protecting
bunch
them.
of half orcs in the same party. Anyway, interesting.
We grow our hatred grown. This is
Okay.
when more people say stay out of town.
So I can just look for a heavy swordsman and just take one. But I can attempt to roll multiple times.
Yeah, you don't have to hire them.
Right. Can I just roll the rest at the same time?
So how many hours are we looking for?
8.
Spending a
Dude.
day.
We spent a day.
Okay. Well, I'm spending some time shopping, so
Oh wait,
Maneuver
it's for
was
the
terrible
silver
at
dust.
picking off people. What a tragedy.
What were the odds?
5d8. 5d10.
Never tell me the odds.
Oh,
Oh!
So they were. What were they? You rolled 5d10, but you weren't looking for 5 of anything.
I think he was just going in order.
Okay, so we'll do that then. So the 1
'Cause
gnome
there's one
crankbowman,
gnome, two
we needed a
crossbow.
1. We don't get them.
Yep.
What was next? 2
Oh,
dwarf
I'd roll too
crossbowmen.
many.
Yeah, because you went for one elite dwarf
Yep.
crossbowman, so you only went for one regular dwarf crossbowman, which you get.
Yep.
Then you were going for 2 heavy
heavy.
crossbowmen, and heavy crossbowmen are scarce, which means you got
So-
both of them.
Sweet.
3. Nice. Okay, so you got a
That'd
dwarf
be-
crossbowman and 2 heavy crossbowmen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got 3 halfling swordsmen, and that is it.
There is your small group of mercenaries so far.
Nice.
2 half orcs, 3 halfling swordsmen, 1 dwarf crossbowman, and 2 heavy crossbowmen.
Oh, and Sean couldn't find himself.
I'm
the
just
elite
dragging
foot
it
knight.
out.
An elite foot knight.
No, I was going elite heavy swordsman.
Oh, elite heavy
Oh,
swordsman.
okay.
Okay.
So I've only got to roll 2.
Oh, I see. You've got more rolls at it as well. Yeah, that's nice, I guess.
Are you spending all day looking for these?
He spent
Well,
2 hours not
2
doing
hours
it,
shopping, so.
so he's got 1 more roll.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh,
Alrighty.
Dang.
Linza is going to look for a couple of half elf and then some heavy bowmans because I think we need some more ranged.
Cool.
And Linza thought that in general anyway. So
nice.
do I get a discount on half elves or no? It's not quite like the half orc.
No,
Elves
Mm,
hate
yeah,
each other.
let's-
Suck it.
especially when they see you coming. Oh, that's Lenza.
Yeah, I know.
You mean that's a
I'm well
penalty,
aware.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I asked whether the reputation or charisma affects these roles because otherwise I would not have bothered.
Yeah, it's a straight roll.
Okay, cool. So that means let's do the 4d10 for the half elf mercs first.
All right, need 1s or 2s.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh,
dang.
nice. And then 8 ones for the heavy bowman.
All right, 1,
You got
2,
1, 2. Oh,
2.
Wow, rude. Well, that was terrible. So 2
No, that's
heavy
okay.
bowman.
Hey, that's not bad. All right, put them in the. I guess I'll put them in the group treasure. I know it's a weird place to put our mercenaries, but that's where they are, because that way I can keep how much they cost together.
I'm surprised that Kruber didn't at least try and get 1 elite
Drinking companion.
halberdier.
Yeah, I know. A drinking buddy.
He's halberdier,
Absolutely.
remember? What was his name?
Harry.
Harry? Yeah.
Yeah, Harry. Harry was a legend.
Yeah, he was awesome. Anyway, he wouldn't have to go anywhere near an orphanage for a halberdier.
So what was it? We had 3 halfling swordsmen.
Yeah, I'm
They're all
putting them
down
in.
here.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it because I've got all the tabs
Okay,
open for
cool.
the
Yep.
things.
2 half orcs, 3 halfling swordsmen, 1 dwarf crossbowman, 2 heavy crossbowmen, 2 heavy bowmen,
And the dwarf crossbow, that's it. Cool.
for
So
a total
that's-
of 6,
Yeah,
8,
that's
10.
what- So that's 4.
See that you are also expected to feed and house them.
Mhm.
Yep. I will set about doing all of that stuff. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Well, since we're traveling, I can make bread and reduce the ration count.
That's pretty good.
I can feed like 30 people a day or
Okay,
something.
that's actually better.
Half orcs can try to find food themselves.
So how much create food and water? Where's that?
So these are heavy crossbowmen, aren't they?
Mhm.
So the initial cost is 61.5 gold to hire the entire lot.
Sorry, how much was it?
61.5. So 61 gold, 5 silver. Because the halflings aren't a round number. God damn it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, pay him extra. Give him a tip.
We had 5 silver. And now we don't. Whoop-de-whoop. Okay. We have a wagon. So we
That can feed
might
21 people.
buy some gallons of ale again.
Probably a good idea.
We got to get some bread because we don't have that. I've got 20 rations at the moment. That is nowhere near enough.
While you
So,
guys are
I
out and
buy
about
some
and doing
bread.
this, spending the whole day trying to track down some mercs, Kruber, you will be, I guess, in at the Sly Wink, are you, having a drink?
Absolutely. That roll was, I was just curious how many half-orc barbarians I would have got. And it turns out another 2.
Cool. So you're the only one that wasn't out trying to recruit other than Norben. Did Norben try and recruit?
No, Norb was gonna go to Mulgraves just to look over his equipment one more time
Cool.
and offer to have a little maintenance for anyone else's pistols or powder weapon.
I mean, hey, I would not object.
All right. Well,
Cool.
I'll take that.
You
Yeah.
can tinker
Also,
away
hello,
with it.
Norbert.
Pardon?
He said hello, Norben.
Oh, hello.
So, cool. You can do that, absolutely. And you can tinker away and make sure the guns are nice and in schmick condition. Whilst you're in the Sly Wink, Kruber,
Yes.
Barris the Grieve will saunter in and sit down across from you.
Barris,
Barris? And he'll, yep. Kruber,
you buying?
sure. And he'll wave over.
My friend.
Your friends are out looking for mercenaries.
Yep.
Where's the war at?
Who needs mercenaries for a war?
Well,
I think it was a figure of speech.
They don't like to drink enough. So
word on the street is
maybe they're getting more people.
word on the
to drink
street
with.
is that they're looking hard for a sizable force.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's going on? I'm just professional curiosity and
Give me one of Willowbrod's ears and I'll tell you all about it.
that little light-fingered scamp. Well, the reason I ask is, and I know you don't like him, and I can see mostly why. Quell would give you mercenaries.
Hang on. Well, was the guy who was friends with our mate Zeng. Rest his spoopy pieces. Right?
What, he's the monk is no more?
I mean, in terms of surface area, he's definitely more.
Oh, well, in that
Wow.
case, he'll wave over another drink. We shall have one in his honor.
I mean, one is alcoholic still.
Still, we shall have one in his honor. But
You
Quell,
know the things fish do in water, right?
yes,
Whoa.
Quell would give you some mercenaries,
Mm-hmm.
depending upon what was at stake, and I could come along to keep them in line.
That sounds like a fantastic offer that other people might say yes to.
Very well. Well, I have some errands to run. Be sure to pass it along when the others get back. I'm surprised you're not.
I grab his arm, said, you was drinking with me
I am.
Zheng.
I
And
have.
while Zheng was too fast, we're going to be slower.
Fine.
Let's have another.
We will have another.
How long can I keep him there?
Make a reaction check. He will have a few drinks. He's polite and he's friendly
20?
enough. 2d6 plus your
2d6.
charisma modifier.
From memory, I don't want to look at that.
It's only a +1.
Let me just make sure.
Your charisma is not great, so it'll most likely be a +1. Your charisma is a 7. It is a +1.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to roll my 2d6. There you go.
6.
That's 6. That's okay. That's, So you can keep him there for a total of 3 drinks.
Always thought Quell's men were much like this beer. Weak, but okay enough.
Well, there was some that you went to Androsha with, which I remember you had fond feelings for and thought better of them. They were Quell's mercenaries. Quell's mercenaries are not Quell.
They were. I sober up enough to say until they were mine, and then go back to the drink.
I'm blind. Can't find a tent.
Henry, it depends. How much cash do you have? And there are a few places that you can get changed into letters of credit. Any of the large mercantile places will be able to do it. You have often gone to the Chicane Merchant Guild house, which is number 9, I believe. Yep, not 9, which is just across from the keep.
I have nearly 200 platinum.
Yep, well, you can definitely go and get a letter of credit from there. Just be aware that not everywhere will accept a letter of credit. You can generally only take letters of credit to where you can get letters of credit.
Yep. But that's better than carrying around 200 platinum.
Absolutely. Because that's 2 encumbrance.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it in a shop, you can beat people with it.
How much is a tent?
Oh, fuck me dead.
I can't find it in the equipment list.
Can't you? Let me have a look. If I find
I'm
it, if I find it, then it's going to be 50% more.
Okay. I mean,
it might not be in here. It's possible. It might
maybe
not
I'm
be
looking in the wrong book. Maybe it's in book 1.
No, there isn't a tent listed on the adventuring gear and items.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't
Not
find.
in.
Because real adventurers sleep under the stars.
Exactly.
Right?
That's why you have a cloak.
Or turn into a tree.
Well, I assume it's because they're inside dungeons. So they're like, you probably don't need a tent inside.
All you need to do is spend 15 silver pieces and get yourself a sheep, and then you can sleep under the sheep.
That comes with additional baggage.
I thought you were going to say benefits.
No, very much not. If only
sorry to all the
you
Kiwis listening.
somewhere where there was some hide that could be made into a tent with some, I don't know, ribs that could be used as frame
Temples?
structure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called upcycling.
If you're after a tent, you can get... How many people do you want to be in the tent?
I was thinking 3 tents people each.
For how many people each, sorry?
Is this for the mercenaries?
Yeah, it's for the mercenaries. So 3 tents
Will they not have their own?
No.
They don't come with tents.
Okay,
We have to supply them with tents.
Out
They come with gear, and they don't come with food, which is why I bought a fuckload of food and put it on the wagon.
I just said I can feed 21 people a day.
But if
Okay,
you die...
that's good. That's
For
good.
free.
But I'm just making sure that there's some spare rations just in
Their
case.
rations, yeah.
Yeah, you might get eaten by a rock.
Well, that's true.
But you do actually make a good point. I will get rid of the...
There are 3 half-orcs in the party now. Are you going to go to sleep near them?
Hey, I'm their food, so
Yes, you are.
Like,
One
Either
way
way.
or another.
One way or another.
Cool. On that note, I've just spent some of Lance's own money to top up the arrows on the cart.
Cool.
Nice.
So now we have 100, which could be shared between the two. I guess myself and Sean, as well as our two longbowmen.
That's a very good point. I will buy some. Also buy some bolts.
Oh, sorry. You put 100 arrows on the cart
I've topped it up to 100. We had just under 50.
because I was editing it and I edited it last. It will have
Okay,
updated
cool.
with my last edit, so
I will
change that to 100.
I'll get you go for it now. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know when you finish so I can update with some extra bolts.
With some interesting. Wait a second. I have to put some money back on. 6 gold. Oh, sorry. How much did you say the tents were? 4 of them? 4 for 4?
For 4 for 4.
Oh, sorry. 3 for 4.
Yep. So for a 4-person tent, you can have one for 8 gold.
8 gold. Okay, so and then
You'll need a separate one just for the orcs. Or the
there we go. Yeah, I've got 3 tents. That's why I got 3 tents.
Why is Zheng still in the group?
All right,
you
cool.
noticed.
And save changes. All right,
Forever in memory.
that's good for you
Oof.
to update as you wish, Al.
All right, I shall jump in.
If I'm hanging around the Sly Wink, I would have seen if asked if the note was left for me from Tenkler.
Done.
Bastard. That's okay. Got shit to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff to do in the valley and so little time, I'm assuming.
There's a lot going on in the valley.
Yeah.
It's a wretched, it's a hive of scum and villainy.
Event. Vex.
Hey, I sir.
Okay, so you can spend the day tracking down some mercenaries, getting some mercenaries and paying for them. You have quite the small force now.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And they're all gonna die.
The small force.
Not all of
3
them.
halflings.
They're all-
Let's go.
They're all going to die the very first time someone uses a rocket.
On that note, how heavy are the rockets?
I think the rockets they're in the...
They're in the cart.
They're 1 encumbrance.
That's not too bad. I still can't carry any of them, but
Does anyone else ever get the urge to just hand Lensa a decent sandwich and watch as she crumbles under the weight?
No.
I mean,
You should. It's pretty funny.
All right, so the day will pass.
Nice. And then we'll head out of town.
You're heading out that evening?
probably in the morning.
Yeah, in the
Why
morning.
wouldn't we have another day in comfort luxury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comfortable luxury.
The evening. So you have the mercenaries with you, or are you going to meet them?
Meet them tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. Sign
Okay.
our contract.
Does
Get it all done.
Does Krubin let us know about the interaction, or do you just completely forget about it because you're so drunk?
He's not that drunk, and it depends if any of you ask or make anything that makes him think it's worth mentioning.
Sure. Well,
I assume one of us would have asked how your day's been.
yeah.
Not-
Had
not
you
Minerva,
fun with
sorry.
the car up?
There was beer.
I was yeah,
Bad.
we'll ask how'd you
There
get
was
the mercenaries, you
greed.
know?
And he wasn't grieving. That's what I'm saying. He only stayed for 3 beers for Zheng. I'm sure you're all going to stay for much more. Right?
A little head will pop up among you all. I'll have a beer to celebrate my long lost friend Zheng.
I'll have your ear off, Wilbrod.
No, you won't.
And
I
then
hope.
pull out my
I'm buying.
eating knife.
I'm buying.
No, not even from you, because you're going to steal our coins for it.
No.
Off you go, you turd.
I don't steal from friends. Not anymore.
Lensa, throw a grenade at anywhere but him.
In Lens's defense, the last time she threw a grenade, she rolled a nat 20.
Oh yeah,
But
Yeah,
nobody
we don't-
remembers
absolutely.
that.
I was
Is
gonna
that
say,
was funny?
pretty good.
Go
That
for
was
it.
pretty
Was
good
that
actually.
funny, though?
Against the charnel. That was actually
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But was it funny?
Sort of.
Selection bias.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally.
Fine. If you don't want to have a beer with me to celebrate the life of Cheng,
Wow.
Ah,
Damn.
Willowbrod. Ah, he's growing on me.
New guy. Pass me one of them pistol things. Wilbrod may have blur cast on him right now, but I got
Mirror
one
image.
in 3 chance.
my fellow halfling,
I mean, mirror image.
I wish you well with this group. You may need it. But far be from that. You are friends of a sort. At least I like to think of you as friends, even if you look down upon me. Not just because I'm short. He points his finger at you, Kruber.
Beating him to the punch.
No, I came here not just
I know
to...
what he did in the punch. I wouldn't drink the punch.
I didn't come here just to reminisce about our poor departed librarian. I came here to impart information to you.
Oh, not
Mhm.
this.
Varda is in the city,
Oh, good.
and specifically has been following many of you during the day.
Wow, we didn't notice. Man, we're
Well,
bad at noticing stuff.
Oblivious.
I mean, it is this party.
Yeah. I thought Lenza might notice. Come on.
So, I just thought you might want to know. I would
That is
hate...
a
I'd hate to see you floating in the river.
well. Considering what you should win a battle, so would I.
Now, about that drink, I am buying, and it's not your money that I have lifted. In fact, this is honestly earned money.
That's how we know
I look
he's up
impressed.
to something and lying.
I've been running shell games down in the docks, okay? Honest.
Oh,
Honest work.
wow.
Can you tell me what the third shell's for?
Well,
We need to get out of town tomorrow morning.
that's where I keep my loaded dice. But, honestly, let's have a drink for Chang.
Dang.
Who's Chang?
Well,
Dang. He's
Dang.
mocking his name because he doesn't remember it.
What?
Yeah.
No, isn't
I
that his
know.
name? Oh, look, I didn't know him as much as I know the rest of you. If I get his name wrong, it's not because I'm an inconsiderate...
Someone pass me a knife.
Fine.
No, you're
Fine, I'm
you're
going.
over the knife limit.
He'll throw some coins on the bar, on the bench as he leaves.
I'm
Throw-
going
throw
to
his
try and
hands up
tip
in
the
a
info,
coin
Wilbrod.
at him as he's going.
I will intersperse myself.
He will squeal like a stuck pig and run out the door.
Classy, Cribs. Classy.
Never change me.
And on that note, Minerva will
It's session.
rest.
I don't think Vash has met Vada.
We might need to have a watch tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. So we'll for the people those who came in late, we will talk about Vada and how she's the head honcho of the Raptors, and the Raptors are not nice people by all accounts.
Well, they are.
Unlike us.
They're they work for the government of Shilshnek. Well, the government, the rulers.
Now, I've got
Yes.
her picture up, but I can't share it with you all.
Yeah.
She's under
Yes.
Shilshnek
She seems quite capable.
in the handouts.
She's
You
definitely
mean
sneaker
unlike
than.
us?
I dare say she's a lot sneaker than pretty much any of us. It's like most rangers.
Yeah.
So,
She may not be a ranger, but yeah.
true.
Lashinara did mention who she was once before. Can nobody recall?
She's head of the Raptors.
Yes. As a person who calls Shulshanek their home, albeit estranged as it is, you would know definitely. And for someone who has been to Shulshanek at least a couple times, you would also probably have some modicum of idea Minerva. But let me just whisper to Lenza to start with.
Be an assassin. Be a bit of everything. But all bunch of
Head of the
bad
Raptors
news.
pretty much says it all, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not a foe to be underestimated.
Yeah.
She's like Lashinara. In that she's, a renowned figure.
Yeah.
So there she is. Even though some of them you haven't seen her, that's just a reminder to those who have.
Yeah, Lenza will just basically explain what I've said already. Is that they work directly for like the rulers of Shilshnek, the royal family, or whatever structure they have at the top. It gets a bit fuzzy as you go further up because of how elves are.
Yeah.
They have a king.
Yes, but
They don't have a print.
Meta knowledge.
Hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about it in public, man.
yeah.
Like,
But basically they very, very skilled and very bad news. We don't want to get on their bad side.
Yep.
And
Again.
yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean again?
Well,
meta-wise, they
okay,
did
that's
turn
a
up
story
for
for another
the.
time.
They did turn up during the hand intro as well,
Yes.
and yeah.
Mhm.
They seem to be very competent, or at least believed that the hand was not that threatening to them. They certainly insulted the hand a lot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
One might say they gave them the finger.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
But that may just be arrogance. Anyway.
What, from an elf?
A watch, I say.
Inconceivable. Yep, a watch. We are definitely having a watch.
Yep, we run the watch. And then in the morning, we gather our mercenaries.
Yep.
Is it half a silver a night at the tavern?
Yes.
Half a gold, silver.
Half a gold?
thingy.
That's what
Yeah,
I meant.
half a gold.
Sorry, half a
Or
gold.
half a pound of tuppenny rice.
Yep. So everybody should spend that.
Yep.
And we will move on. Let's put some silver into the cart.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Right. Does that thing happen during the night, or should we roll for it, or something?
I have rolled in the background,
Nice.
and you wake up in the morning with all your limbs and extremities attached.
Win.
Did Willebrod manage to put traffic cones or rat feces anywhere?
No, he didn't try.
Classic Willebrod.
You know,
One of these days.
the Brotherhood of the Silver Dagger tolerate him.
Indeed.
Maybe that's why their alignment is good.
Maybe. All right.
Maybe their perception isn't as good as ours. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe. You may have all the answers there. All right. What are you doing?
I guess we're starting to head down to Riverbend, and we'll use We've got like a new tracker, right? You're a new tracker, yeah? You know what you're doing in the wilderness? Nubbins?
Do we want to catch a boat down there?
Yes.
Aren't we looking for a pirate?
Yeah, but we
Not a
want
bad
to.
idea.
We want to like raid their camp. We don't want to get raided by them.
Well,
Let's not endanger.
That's a fair point. Or do we want to go to the
I
docks
think-
and talk to some ship people and find out where they're getting raided the most?
I'm pretty sure we should probably start at Riverbend. Like that seems the closest town to where it's happening, and should have the most relevant, up-to-date information about what's been happening.
I mean,
And
they'll
then we'll from
definitely have some lookouts in Riverbend. If we actually go into Riverbend, they're going to find out about us.
Mm-hmm.
We might find out about them too, but they're going to find out about us if we go into Riverbend.
You know, it's just living their best life.
Unless we say we're like headed to the Slaughter Scar or something like that. I guess we can have a cover
Obviously.
story.
So you can make Riverbend in 2 days.
I think we should avoid the river until we know what we're dealing with, because that seems to be playing to Ellen's advantage, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like our wonderful mercenary group is going to be really helpful if they're all packed into a boat.
You didn't
Well,
get any
that's true.
cartels, did you? No.
No.
I reckon we go down towards Riverbend. We camp out, here somewhere. We send Lenza into Riverbend to gather information because they're the affable type. Definitely blend in. Speak loud. No, wrong person. Okay.
Yes.
We send somebody who can blend in. Seems like a nice person to gather information.
So,
I'm not sure
Screw
what I did,
you?
but I could definitely schmooze some locals.
Would we be best off sending someone she doesn't know?
Yeah. Norbin.
Norbin
He
is
knows
a
how-
rogue, so
Norbin also knows how thieves operate and stuff.
How to grease palm.
He's got experience killing bandits, right, Norbin?
that's it.
Yeah. So maybe we send Norbin into town to gather information and stuff. Keep his eye out for bandits, sort of thing. And then see if we can track them back to their camp. Do an ambush. Also, it's a pretty good test to see if Norbin's like the right guy for our group. If he's got the skills to pay the bills.
If he betrays us at first chance.
That's
or
right.
if he doesn't come back.
Or if he doesn't come back. That's how we find out.
Let's go, character creation again.
That's
I
cool,
believe-
Braille.
I
Roll a
believe in
D20.
Norbin, but if he doesn't come back, then I'll believe in the next person. But what do people think of that? That's a good chance for Norbin to
Fine.
show his worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of high risk for him, but you're certainly correct.
I mean, he's
that
got-
is us.
You have skills, right, Norbin? You can blend in.
Yes,
Seem like an amiable
Norbin is at first hesitant to commit this much to this new group, but he does want to hunt down more bandits, so
You get a full share, Norbin.
there, that's it. So Norbin will head into Riverbend and start to inquire at the usual bars and shops about a group of pirates.
Okay. You're just going to walk in and start asking about pirates. Gotcha. So
You're keeping an eye out for pirates, Norbin.
Also, I suppose the next
No, no,
question
no,
is
no.
how far
No, no,
we
no,
out of
no.
Riverbend?
No. You have got to Riverbend. Took 2 days, so take your food off unless Sean is casting spells.
Yeah, I've got to create food and water, so
Cool.
let's save the rations for
Then
when we
you're
need 'em.
stopped, and then Norbin has gone in. Okay.
All right.
Because
It's all on Norbin.
So Riverbend, just for your info, is a small town, about 500 people. It is the single largest percentage-wise anyway, of halflings in the valley. So
Awesome.
it's about a quarter of the populace is halflings. And because of that, many of the buildings in Riverbend are built to halfling dimensions. It is a fishing village, and the majority of the people make a living from the water. It does have a garrison, and it does have a militia. And there are 3 taverns in here. John's Taps and Weed, which is a halfling tavern. So it's a small one, not for big people. They will hit their heads. Green Ale and Pie and Goat Fisher are the taverns. When you enter the city, when you enter the town limits, you realise that a lot of people are looking at you pretty, I wouldn't say suspiciously, but they are a little bit standoffish. At least the big people are. The halflings smile and wave in your direction.
Norman will tip his hat at the other halflings as he walks through the town.
You wear boots, don't you?
Yes.
You do notice that many of the halflings kind of thumb their nose a little bit. Even though they're smiling and waving, they look down their nose towards you because you're wearing footwear. They are all barefoot.
Oh.
Halflings don't tend to wear stuff on their feet.
Oh.
Pervert.
I feel like I've walked straight into some kind of elaborate trap.
But otherwise,
He's a deviant.
Otherwise, they seem to be not too. They are gregarious enough. The halflings, the other people, not so much. But they might think you're actually a gnome. It's possible.
Mummy, what's that man got on his feet?
So, what is your plan? So there's the 3 taverns. Oh, and there's one inn. Only one inn, and the inn is called the Mud Skipper.
Are his toes bald?
Well, it's what I'm guessing we've come in at around the evening.
So it's about 40-something miles, 49 miles, I think, and you'll do a touch over 20 a day without pushing it. But you probably, let's say you probably pushed it a little bit, so it'll say 25. So yeah, it's getting close to dusk. The townsfolk are bringing in their nets and the like, and cleaning their boats.
Well, first, Norman will notice all the weird looks and sheepishly take off his boots and stash them in his backpack.
Cool.
Then...
Mummy, he gives in to peer pressure.
Norman's going to shoot the little kid a vindictive glare until he scurries away.
You had to add vindictive glare.
Absolutely.
I was hoping you were just like, nope.
Bam.
Yep.
But I guess he will go to the docks and look around, see if there are any boats that are carrying people with weapons or armament more than usual?
None of them are. They are fishermen.
They're all fishermen.
Mhm.
Does the port look like it'd be big enough for a larger ship?
It's not a port. It is a small little, not even a harbour really. It's on the river. It's got a few docks that jut out into it, and they're tying their boats off against it. There is a small little break wall that's been erected to protect the boats from unnecessary swells, but you don't get too many of them in the river, so it's pretty much okay. But yeah, some of the halflings, it's not just halflings, but some of them will look at you quizzically, and then one of the big people, fishermen, will traipse on over, stomping up towards you. Yeah, what's your business here then?
I've heard that there's just having a look around to see the town. It just came down from Sumberton. It's been a long time since I've been back here in the Riverbend, and
You local?
I was not used to roam around the Oakwoods, not too far off.
Ah,
I pop by every now and then as well during my travels.
all right.
You wouldn't happen to have noticed any large armed vessels kind of passing by recently?
When you say that, make a reaction check for me, please.
Oh, gee.
Or gee, indeed.
Let's see.
You can
Where is
use this if you want. There is a macro in there.
Reaction check.
Research.
Oh, I need to click on the token. Where is it? Oh, where is
Oh, you don't have
Norman?
your token on there? All right, let me just chuck him on. Sorry.
All good.
I don't think you have a modifier. Pretty sure your charisma's 10.
There he is.
Thank you. Oh,
Norman, known to his friends.
initial disposition.
Yeah, he's just, what are the options again?
Friendly, amicable, indifferent,
Indifferent.
cautious, threatening, indifferent.
Actually, make it cautious.
Alright. Reaction. Cautious. No magic, no other.
He looks you up and down and says, I don't want none of this. You little grommet. You get out of our town. Had enough of you.
You and your shoes.
He'll turn and he'll storm off.
Norman will watch his back for a little bit, and before
You'll notice he goes and he talks to some other people.
and do they glance in my
they
direction?
glance in your direction more than once. He's gesticulating wildly. Yeah, and seems to be imitating some form of attack, like a swinging of a sword or an axe or something like that. And he's getting quite agitated. And he looks over at you again, sees you looking at him. He'll glower and he'll throw his arms up and he'll storm off, muttering to himself. The other two people that he was talking to look at him, then look at you, shake their heads, and go back to doing what they were doing.
Norman will look to the nearest guy and there's no specific halfling language.
There are two specific halfling languages, but neither of them are conversational languages. So the languages that the halflings have are halfling longhand, which is a written, and halfling whistling.
I can't exactly whistle a dude and have a chat with him. So Norman will lower his cap and quickly disappear into
Halfling
the
whistling
back alley.
is something you can communicate information to people with. Absolutely. Like their script, halfling whistling seems incoherent to almost everyone else. Nothing but musical, repetitive little bursts of tune from pursed lips. Most don't even realize that this is a language. It incorporates ditties, bird calls, and childlike notes, and while similar in premise to Druk, the style and structure is vastly different. So Druk is a language that is sounds like animal chirps and whistles.
Oh, in that case, I guess in halfling whistling, he'll ask the nearest halfling, what's his problem?
He'll look over at that guy, then look back at you, and he'll shake his head, and he'll just point at your weapons. We don't like those in here. Not after what's been going on.
What's been going on?
What do you think? What were you asking him about?
Oh, just trying to look to hearing stories about some mercenaries or bandits, a very armed ship sailing these rivers recently.
Pirates. That's what
That's
you're
the
asking
one.
about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
And you don't think that just coming out and asking about it could cause problems. There's pirates around. Always has been. But they normally leave us folk alone. But sometimes they don't. And sometimes people get hurt. And then you'll go back to doing his own thing.
Well, he'll pass the guy, the halfling, a silver coin, and head towards the halfling tavern.
Okay. Whilst Norben is in at Riverbend, are the rest of you, all 16 of you, 18 of you with the two dwarves, just hanging out, just playing cards,
Posting gifts, the
posting
usual.
gifts? Cool.
I imagine we're setting up a pretty sweet defensible camp.
Mhm.
Because
I mean,
Oh, with
Keeping an
almost
eye out on the
military
river.
precision.
Alright, so
I
you're,
mean, Lenza would have been, I guess. Is anyone else? We have another like huntsman or tracker, right?
you have two hunters in the group, and that is Lenza and Sean. Both have hunting
Sean.
as secondary skills.
Yes. Well, I was thinking of possibly taking us two and actually trying to
Mm.
have a look around.
Mm-mm.
Again, probably not much we could find just around the area we are, but in case
We
there was
can't.
anything.
We can't risk Sean.
I think they're more down near the west. I think they're more down near West Oakwood rather than up here. But I guess you can
Quite
keep an eye
possibly, but
out
you
and
know,
stuff. Yeah, sure.
it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tavern, which is the Halfling Tavern, is John's Taps and Weed.
Nice.
It is a small establishment. As I mentioned, it is a halfling tavern. It only seems to cater for halflings. It is quite low, lovely and low. What's the opposite of claustrophobic? Because that's what you feel in big people's buildings. Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia?
Yep. John's Taps and Weed sells a number of different ales on tap and also sells pipeweed and tobacco. What can I do for you? Says the rather large, chubby halfling, possibly John, behind the counter.
Oh, I'll have a pint of your finest ale, please.
The finest. Right you are. That'll be a gold. And he gets a large earthenware stein, and he fills it to the brim.
Nice.
It's a dark lager.
Norman will quietly sip on this and maybe order some bar snacks while he's at it. And
They've got salted seaweed crisps.
Excellent. Salted seaweed, please.
In the bowl. So, what brings you to Riverbend?
Oh, chasing after rumors and looking for people. Stories of an Ellen character have been floating around.
As soon as you say that, everybody in the tavern goes quiet, and a couple of the halflings get up and leave, leaving their beer and their food behind. John goes a little bit white and leans forward. You don't be mentioning the king around here, not in these parts.
That bad right now?
What are you after the king for?
Oh, I've just got some new friends who wish to have a dealing with her. Not quite sure what they want at this moment, but they pay for a guide, and I don't ask any more questions beyond that.
He looks at you up and down. He cracks into a bit of a smirk. Still looks a bit pale. A bead of sweat dribbles down his forehead. You're not a guide. A guide wouldn't come in here asking questions like that. A guide would know what's going on. Either that or you're a con man taking their money.
Oh, Norman will give him a wink and say, oh, money's money these days. I'll take what I can get.
Well, you don't want no truck with the king. But if you want to take your friends, he says, with a slight inflection, to meet her. She's normally on the water. Sometimes she's on land, but mostly on the water. Rumor has it she's from the spine of the world. Grew up on board a ship. Prefers the deck to solid land. Came out of Slaughter Scar, one would have, as we believe, 6 months ago. Decided that the world didn't make sense anymore. She leaves most of us alone, most of the time. If your friends are looking for her, don't look in the town. You ask questions in here, you're going to bring her eye and her friends down upon us, and innocent people will suffer.
Norman will finish off his tankard of ale and say, thank you for your time, and slide over
Go back
another
to
gold.
Summerton. Get some boats. Sail down. Don't come through our town, please. Don't bring them through our town.
Will do. And Norman will quickly get up and head back to the party.
Cool. He will pocket the coin, but do so nervously, watching you on your way out the door. Alright, you can make your way back to the group if you want.
That's the plan.
Okay, Norman. So you shook up the nest.
Shook it up, asked a few questions, and goodness, this Ellen fellow that you're looking for has got them really nervous.
All right.
I
Well,
heard she came out of the Slaughter Scar. Isn't that where you guys came out of as well?
yeah. Since it sounds like you shook them up a bit, we should probably keep an eye on the town and see if anybody's leaving to tell Ellen about us. Maybe we can trail them back to her.
That would be a good idea, but I think we'll have to be careful. It seems like she's got quite the force behind her. Oh, and we probably won't be seeing Ellen anytime soon. She supposedly stays on the boat a lot of the time and sticks to the waters.
Sticks to the waters.
We could use some of your mercenaries. Wait, don't need birds. The mercenaries. Some of them small archer ones to go and keep a watch out on the town.
Oh, I thought we'd use Norb and Lenza. They're pretty sneaky.
More eyes is less double.
Is Krupa still drunk?
When he's
Either
No.
that or he has had a stroke.
All abundulance. No, yeah, Krubs has been getting into it.
Okay. No, the mercenaries aren't sneaky, so we can't really use them to watch the town.
I mean, but they are halflings.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, they're still not sneaky.
The little archers was what Krubs said.
They're not archers, they're swordsmen.
They're not archers.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Then the little
swordsmen.
swordsman.
I'm
sorry. This is Krubs. He leans forward slightly and then speaks louder, saying, "You know, the short ones."
What? She's just staying on the river. That seems like we could just go near the coast and hopefully like spot a vessel.
It'd be. It's hard unless we have a way of stopping the boat. It's not going to do anything.
Well,
Like,
we can track down her movements then on the river.
I guess if you want to, yeah.
Because all we got to do is like find where she likes pulling anchor, and then one night like raid the vessel. Unless you reckon she like, I don't know, anchors in the middle of the river? Maybe. That seems kind of dangerous.
The river is at often about 2.5 miles wide. It's a big river, and it flows reasonably slowly.
2.5 miles. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's huge.
Yeah, this is a big river.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could get a boat from Summerton.
I mean, would they? I mean, we'd need a proper.
Yeah. Well, if we go to the mercantile house, they would the removal of a pirate on the river. So we can just talk to our contacts in the mercantile house, and hopefully they've got a boat that we can, and this would actually be really good. Our share,
We could find. Although I guess, does Ilra work for the mercantile, or are they separate?
Ilya Youngsul. Yeah, absolutely. Well, she doesn't. She does and she doesn't. Her family are major part owners of the Chicane Mercantile Guild, and Kingsley is a relative of hers.
So yeah, we could go do that. I just don't really want to fight her water.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we could, the thing is, they can't stay on the water forever. There must be some kind of place that they stop off, or have at least some sort of physical base. Because you can't. I mean, fishing only goes so far, let alone getting whatever else is done. And at some point, you're gonna need to sell or spend the stuff you loot from people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other issue, of course, is that it's not going to be easy to find, especially if it's on the like the other side of the river, because there's no crossing point apart from the one down at Julford.
Yeah, and here. I would have thought she'd be down.
No, not here, because he doesn't get across to the Oakwood, to the West Oakwood.
Oh, yeah.
Like that little bit is basically cut off very nicely from the rest of the.
Yeah, that's why I reckon she's in the Oakwood somewhere. There's like little tributaries and stuff, right? Like there's little, like it's only the main river that's shown, but there are other little.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon there's like some little river that goes into the Westwood somewhere. I mean, we could literally just watch the river here. Now I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of shit that I've drawn. But yeah, we could watch the river along here to find out where she's going. I feel like. But yeah, we probably do need a boat anyway, even if it's just to like take us up and down the river to look for her. But it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to like leave some sentries here to like watch the river and see if they can come up with some information while, you know, a bunch of us go back and get a boat. You know what I mean? And come back down river. And hopefully by the time the boat comes down here, we maybe have some idea of where. Am I muted? No.
No, I can hear you.
Did anybody have a better plan? Wait, do we have speak with birds? I feel like Sean can talk to birds or. Sean? Henry? Did you fall asleep?
Oh, no.
While they're talking about a Grail, I was trying to find a rowboat worth a larger gift, but I've encountered this piece of magnificence. And
yeah, that's pretty great.
That is
I
superb.
didn't derail for that.
That is a work of art.
Yep. And it doesn't get any worse the more you see it.
No. Jaws is one of the greatest movies of all time, and that is looking like a superb. I'd watch a full movie of that.
Unfortunately, it was just an ad.
Yeah. Does Sean have the ability to talk to birds or anything like that?
You mean talk to animals?
Yeah, talk to animals.
Yeah, but I'll have to go to sleep to do it.
Yeah, well, so if
Yeah,
a bunch of
true.
us stay here, okay, we send a couple of people back to Summerton to get a boat. Meanwhile, while you're down here with like Lenza and Norbin and Hypatia and Vash and the mercenaries, we can probably send Minerva and somebody, Kruber, because Kruber's just getting drunk, I guess, up to the trading company, come back with a boat while you guys, you know, use birds to try and find them, use your eyes, you know, watch the river down here. This seems like a pretty solid place for them to be working around. Set up some hides, you know, as in stealth covers.
Concealed observations positions.
Exactly. That's what I meant by hides. And yeah, watch the river. And hopefully you have some information when we come back down with our boat. How's that sound? What
Yeah.
do people think? We got a better plan?
No, I do not. Brain empty.
Yeah. Never.
I mean, it is late, so possibly we should come back to this when people are
All right.
not about to fall asleep. It
Yeah,
sounds. I like you. I like the idea, but I think we could probably refine it a little. More
Absolutely.
specifically.
Yeah. We'll refine it in Facebook.
It just
in
depends.
Valley posts.
No, you could do it without me. It's fine. Lindsay won't contribute. It's just a matter of how.
Oz, we weren't going to listen to you.
How on board the Mercantile Guild would be with it. Like we
don't know.
assumed they would be, but like
Yeah.
It all depends.
Yeah, I mean,
Depends how
we
much
can't get
wood
boats,
you
we
wish
can't
to
get boats, but there's no reason not to have you down there gathering information. Worst
Yeah,
case
absolutely.
scenario,
Yep.
Kruber and I go up there, spend a day in town, 2 days in town, head back down. We see you in 4 days. Oh, sorry, 6 days, and we're like, we couldn't get a boat. Or we see you in like 4 days, and we're like, we got a boat.
Yeah.
You
What
know
if
what I mean?
Vash goes up instead?
Well, we need to
'Cause-
leave you with the orc mercs, unless you want to take the orc mercs up with you.
The orc mercenaries, the half-orc mercenaries, are mercenaries. You know?
Yeah, they're not going to disobey us just because we're not hawks.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like you'd expect they'd have to be somewhat professional to be able to like
To be hired.
function
in
as
the
mercenaries.
No, they're gonna be sad.
Yeah.
But also, Vash probably doesn't need to go
Uh,
unless you have
I'm
something.
making
Yeah, Vash
fun
isn't
of
a
you.
bad person to send. Vash.
Yeah, Vash actually has a existing relationship with the guild. That's the main reason. So
Oh right,
that
right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
I
we
forgot
could
about that.
send. We could send Vash and Minerva to go do it. Just because
Right.
Krubs is drunk and Vash has like a low charisma score. That's the only reason I would send Minerva.
I mean,
I mean, we
just have
could send
to Krub-
Hypatia, but then we lose. Like, if we send Vash and Hypatia, actually, Vash and Hypatia is probably fine. We could send Vash and Hypatia up to Summerton.
right.
Okay, as you were discussing this, and the night starts to draw to a dark, ominous close above you, suddenly there is a shimmering light near the edge of your camp.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
Oh.
One second. Wherefore art thou?
Ooh, brother.
Indeed.
Hey! It's the witch wanting to trade magical items.
No.
He's not a witch.
Here we go. I need to. The shimmering light forms into like a kind of a spiral type thing, and then it slowly dissipates, revealing a figure standing there.
I've put
This better
what
not
the
be
figure
gold.
looks like in the GIF.
Sort of.
King Alan.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Yo, old friend, how are you?
That's a pretty nifty banner.
It is.
Yeah.
And it is actually glowing, and the symbols on it are shifting and moving. And those of you who are Elven and speak Elvish recognize that this is an Elven royal banner, belongs to the Raptors.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, good.
Ellen will smile. Hello, friends. You're not here for me, are you? And we'll leave it there.
Fuck's sake.
Well, that makes things interesting.
She's a pirate working for the Elven royalty?
Privateers, hey!
They're not at war.
Well,
Wow. They're not at war?
maybe. Look,
Are you telling me
Once-
the week Kissinger dies, you're saying they're not at war? Is that what you're telling me?
just because one side of the conflict doesn't think they're at war doesn't mean they're not at war.
That'll age well.
Kinda.
Well,
Hmm.
we're assuming it's been given and not claimed off the field of battle.
That is a no. You don't. If Elon is powerful enough to steal that, there's much bigger problems going on.
I actually think that we should have talked to. Damn it. Okay.
Talk to who?
And have you noticed how
Vada.
many?
Yeah, to Vada.
Oh, dang.
Because I bet Vada hates a non-elf having
I mean-
any power in Shawshank.
Have you not noticed how many
That's
infinity
effectual.
stones King Alan has?
Yeah.
What was that question, sorry? The stones.
King Ellen has several infinity stones.
It's fine. They're all the same flavor.
Kaylee,
What are they?
thought-
Cosmic Fruit Loops?
Kaylee thought that model was pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it does.
is.
Absolutely is.
I mean, I'm not sure if the eagle chicken is happy where it is,
It's a
but yeah,
it's a party.
party or a barbecue, seems like it could go either way.
Oh. Man, that mace will hurt so much if she actually managed to hit somebody.
Well, the fact that it's not Kaylee rolling worries me for the damage.
But we shall leave it there. Can you vote for MVPs, please, if you have not already done so?
No, I've just got the party to vote.
Do you?
Fine.
You have the party to vote?
Yep.
Really? Let me have a look, Jaquan.
Down the bottom.
You've got. You click on your token. You've got the MVP vote up
That
the top.
requires
Additional
additional.
clicks.
Someone voted
Yes.
for Granham McGillicuddy. Why?
I
are
guess
you,
it's,
if you
oh, it's an old macro. That's right. Wrong macro.
Yes.
So the wrong macro.
if you click on your
But we
token,
Indeed.
need to update.
It needs
that.
slightly updated.
Shang. Yeah.
Let's
No.
put that.
yes, I
That's
should
better.
update it for machine. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Reminds me of
7 votes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Jaquan, and 1, 2, 3 for Jing. Norman.
Nice.
All right, Norman, do you wish to have XP or a blessing?
I'll take
Oh,
a
test
blessing.
Okay, let me just pull up the deck. Minor blessings, show, deal. 1, 2. Deal. There you go.
Dual2.webm. Nice.
I'm still
Thanks.
trying to figure out the damn syntax.
Thank you, thank you.
I can tell you what it's not.
So you don't want it to be a WebM image.
Okay.
Also, classic Al damage.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
Do you want me to look at your macro for you? And
It's-
do you want me to look at yours as well?
Okay.
I might
I
need
suppose
a.
If she has a group of raptors with her.
Does the image parameter have to be in quotes?
Not in quotes. It's the if you want to have, so you need to have something in square brackets first.
Yep.
Generally, you can just call it image, or you can call it anything, so that you know what the image is going to be. It's just like a whatever, and then you'll have it in a round bracket. So it will look like this. But without the spaces.
Okay.
Mm.
You got to be careful, Canto. Look at this. Carbine strikes armor class 1, -1 armor class. You're getting all your good rolls in when it's just testing. What's going to happen is when it comes around to actually taking a shot in anger, armor class strikes armor class 13.
Wow. Yes, I like the fact that I can. It even happens at all, and I'll take that win while I can.
Fair enough.
Even though I tagged you with a thing, I now have to find a different gift for that, Canto.
Why is it uploaded as a... okay. Interesting. What's upload? It was originally
That's
a GIF and it
pretty
uploaded as a
good.
WebM. That's interesting.
So if you crit, it'll be at -5 AC. That's pretty nice.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording and then work out how to attach the stupid bit I twitched to start with. Fuck. Because I got on late and I had a pretty big day today. I was out in the doing yard work all day and I'm a bit sore, sad and sorry for it. Because I'm a soft IT person. There we go.
It wasn't the day for yard work. It was pretty hot today.
It was very hot. And
No, I don't.
It was raining down here.
I got dodgy knees and a dodgy back and a dodgy neck, so yeah.
It was still warm.
I don't think you've got your dex bonus in you to hit for the carbine.
I'll have a look at it and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm also not sure if the Twitch
Have a look at the
players-
thing in